take care of business first Monday in February. They've got me down for the prayer. They did. And if y'all would stand and join me, please. Oh, Heavenly Father, we come to you with praise and grace, giving you thanks for allowing us to see another day. We ask that you reach out, touch us, guide us, and help us as we conduct the business for the citizens all across Washington County. We ask for it all in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. And the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. On the morning, Griff, on the minutes. On the agenda, that's right. Thank you. On the agenda. Give me the additions. All right, DRC. And who? Who is Covington? Covington? Disaster Relief Service. No, that's not him. All right. Now, I don't know what is Covington? Who's here with Covington? Covington. And what do we need to list you as? Debris monitoring as well. Got it. And what that? All right. All right. Huh. Fisher Construction. Okay, we'll put Fisher. She called it Fisher Construction. If you want to be on the agenda, our closing date is on Wednesday. This is an emergency and all that kind of thing. But I always shoot an email that we can have your name down, and I won't tear it up so bad. But excuse me. I won't tear it up so bad. Any other additions? Okay, we're going to remove item 12. We'll take care of that one as well. Need a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, and the minutes from previous meeting. Got a motion and a second. Any questions, any changes, deletions, or additions? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Nay. I got one nay. E911 expenditures.
Good morning.
Morning.
The E911 expenditures for the month of January total $33,321.14.
Need a motion to accept? Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, next item is I have bid specs for the outdoor warning siren replacement that I would like to present to the board and request authorization to continue with the bid process.
Okay, questions or comments? Come on, Lee.
That's on the overall system? Yes.
Has the attorney had a chance to review the specifications?
No.
Has the attorney had?
No.
Has not?
No.
I know they made a big to-do about specifications going before the attorney in the past.
Well, we good on this one, Ms. Brooks. Anything else?
No, I'm just asking him.
No, he hadn't.
No, I'm just saying, if we're gonna do it, we need to be consistent.
We are. We are.
So will the attorney review the specs before they go out?
He doesn't have any expertise in that area.
But he don't have expertise in most of those areas, but you made a big concern
All
about
right.
ensuring that the attorney review the specifications, like he doesn't have expertise
He-
in plumbing, a lot of other things, but you made a big to-do about ensuring that the attorney review the specifications.
Okay.
So now, if we're gonna change it, that's fine, but I just wanna make sure across the board, we do all for every department, not just one.
Okay, anyone else? Got a motion and a second? All in favor, show by sign of aye. I can give me a motion. And I need a second. Thank you. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed?
One nay.
I got one nay. Anything else, David?
Yes, sir. We did a proclamation of the existence of a local emergency on January the 21st. Yes, January the 21st. The board president signed that, and I'm asking that we ratify that and get signatures of all board members and the clerk.
I got a motion
Second.
and a second. Now, the expiration date on that was when? It's when, David?
Started on January 21st,
And it runs how many days?
30 days.
All right, everybody good? All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
All right, our winter weather event, just in short order, we're going from the response phase, we're gonna transition to the recovery phase now, and that'll be debris removal, stuff like that. The emergency protective measures, life safety measures, all those have been done, been completed. Most, if not all, the power's back on, people are back in their homes. We've got one emergency shelter open, the multiplex in Hollandale, but the shelter manager advised they'll be closing at 3 o'clock today. The Glen Allen shelter closed yesterday at 4, I believe, because they had nobody there during the night, and they had one more switching order they had to do yesterday, that's why knocked the power out. They got the power back on and stable, so we're good down there. Fortunately, we had no reported fatalities. We had 11 injuries from 2 different gas station canopy collapses. One major injury, just one, two with major injuries, but the rest, I think, were treated and released last I heard. I've been doing this a long time, and I've been involved in a lot of disasters, and this was by far the best one I have ever had to go through as far as the people in Washington County, and that's everybody. That's county staff, all the city staffs. City stepped up and helped other cities. The public stepped up, cooked food, bought towels. I mean, just the list goes on and on. Of all that people did, and it's just never been like that before, so it was good to see, and it looks like our community is starting to come together, more than they have in the past, so. Good all around. We found things here and there that we could have done better or done different, and we'll address that in the coming days, and I've got the crew back here, Major Malley, Major Chavez, and Sergeant Torres. They were deployed by the governor through MEMA. They came in and ran some logistics for us, and Sergeant Torres working the EOC with me, helping get some stuff done. James and Sarah were out doing other things, so really appreciate them being here. And Major Malley.
Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, Board. I'm Major Maley.
Come on up so everybody can hear you.
Not many people ask me for that, sir. Good morning, Mr. President.
Morning.
Good morning, Board. Major Sean Maley, Mississippi Army National Guard. I'm part of the liaison team that's here to support Washington County. We have helped with route clearance early on, some of the parking lots and things like that too. We've done a lot of logistic support, some of it coming out of Camp McCain. We helped facilitate that movement coming over here. We've had direct support with the EOC and those officers over there. And I would like to say I'm very impressed with the emergency operations staff here, and particularly the community. We went out and did some shelter support too, and met some of the folks in the community. Very receptive community, very appreciative, and we thank your population very much.
Well, we really appreciate you all coming up to give us a hand. When we heard that you all were here helping out, manning stations, helping with the logistics, we really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. If you ever need anything from us, don't hesitate.
All right. Thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's all I have. Any questions?
Not questions, but coming back. First, I just want to say I think you all did a wonderful job just addressing how we came together. The website, as I told you before, I thought it was hands-on. I got a lot of calls, so people were able to identify the services they needed from Rick and blah, blah, blah. But one thing I think we do as a county, we do need to start thinking about the future. One of the things I saw with the city of Leland didn't have any outages, but they had a few outages out for 2 hours. Other than that, Leland was good. And I think one of the things we as a county, we do need to look at is tree trimming. Leland did put $1 million in tree trimming last year, and because of that tree trimming project, they had very few limbs to fall on tree lines. Of course, behind that, Leland didn't have, like I said, they were not out. They only had 2 streets out for 2 hours. One of the big things I think we need to look at countywide is looking to have generators on all of the water pump stations for the future. So should we have another natural disaster, we know that water will still be running in our selected communities along with our water associations. I know there's something in the future, but I think there's something as a county we want to strive to try to find ways to identify dollars to ensure that we have generators at all of our water pump stations in the municipalities along with the water associations. But again, I just want to commend everybody who played a part in coming together to ensure that Washington County bounced back. I saw a report from the state and they broke down by counties, and Washington County numbers really look good.
Lee? Yep, Ms. Brooks, you know, during these water improvement projects, Glen Allen,
Well, yeah, most of those are all covered within the pumping stations. That's some of the money that we give out of the ARP funds. So Glen Allen, they had water for the event, like I say, on the lift stations, also on the pumping stations. But I would add that probably what we could do is like, you know, even have a permanent generator down at the library in Glen Allen and in, you know, possibly Adam there. We have a library there. It's a pretty good sized place that we can always use for a warming station, but we could possibly put a permanent generator there. So that would be some things we could look into in
Right.
this new budget year.
Yeah, and just going back to Hollandale, because we did have the generator at the Redmond multiplex. It did make a big difference in their community where people didn't have to try to find transportation. Of course, ICE was on the roads for a safe place, but they were right in their community. So I think one thing we do need to look at in each community, incorporated or not, that we identify warming stations. So should we have a situation like this again, people won't try to migrate. If you live in Arcola, you shouldn't have to try to migrate to Hollandale to be warm. Let's say if you live in Trail Lake, we need to have something of that magnitude throughout the county where people can get there quickly versus trying to travel, you know, because with the ice we could not. But that's something long term. I just think this board need to start thinking about, you know, getting suggestions from you and your department. We need to look at that a little bit more because we see we getting more ice than normal, and it may be the new norm for our region, but just finding ways to better prepare ourselves for the future in Washington County and the Delta.
Okay.
One
Come on.
last thing, we were granted Category B, Emergency Protective Measures through FEMA. And I have reached out to everybody and provided the necessary paperwork to document all their costs. So just about everything we've done in the last 11 days has been emergency protective measures, so we'll be responsible for 12.5% of those costs.
Glad you said that, because I was going to have to tell the board that I know we were kind of trying to tighten up on overtime, but this last event kind of blew that out a little bit. But it was necessary under the emergency declaration to make sure that we were able to get back. David, is there a follow-up meeting planned to discuss some of the things that have come across this morning?
Oh, yes, we have plans to meet with each municipality to discuss generators on their critical facilities. Hoping a mitigation program comes out of this from FEMA, which generators will be one of the big things they'll be looking to do. So, meetings with all of them, and I'll be meeting with Clay and Jeremy to assess the need or not need for debris removal. Also, the Mississippi Baptist Disaster Response Team is here. They're starting out with elderly and handicapped cleaning their yards. And then if they still have time and resources, they'll move on to helping others. But our bulk of debris for the county is going to be Glen Allen. of it's just gonna be scattered around, but Hollandale's gonna have to do something, maybe. We just got to get an estimate on the amount of debris and determine if we can handle it, if we wanna handle it, if we want to contract it out, so.
Okay.
We'll be in touch in the coming days.
All right.
Mr.
Yeah, what-
President, I have another
I'm
question.
sorry.
My other concern is, are there resources for families, who lost everything in their refrigerator from food? How does that work? Because we want to make sure we can get that out in our community, because we have quite a few communities whose electricity was out for 5 days. So are there any resources through the federal or state government to help families identify their shortcomings or any incidents that they can be recouped for?
Not that I'm aware of, that will come through the USDA and the SNAP benefits. They did? Okay, all right, so yeah, SNAP's got something out there, and that's typically what they do is issue additional funds to replace.
So what about the people that do not receive SNAP benefits? How does that work? Because, we have a large number of people that are not on SNAP, and they were affected as well. So I guess the concern is, are there any dollars for the ones who do not receive SNAP benefits?
No dollars.
She has a response.
Come on up.
Sometimes people with, in their insurance, they'll have a certain endorsement on there if they have extended power outages. So I would check with your insurance agent about that. But Health Department did put something out about the SNAP benefits, and we'll share that. But other than that, I would check with my endorsements on my insurance claim, because I know, like, when my house burned, I had that extra endorsement there that did cover extended. I think it was like $500 worth, So I would check there if you don't have the SNAP.
So if not, would you do me a favor? Make sure that the county administrator has that information so we can put it on the county's Facebook page and website, and also get the information to us so we can go back into our communities and make sure each municipality and in the communities know what options are available to assist them during this winter disaster.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Hester. First responders appreciation. Talk to us about it.
I went by the convention center this morning, and February 13th is the date we're going to do. And all of the items, all of the food, all of that, I'm working on getting it donated, money donated to pay for it. I don't intend to ask the board or anything for money or anything like that. So we're working on invites, getting it out to the responders, the records, the Emmanuel Baptist Church, all of them that really went above and beyond to respond to this. We're going to do a big appreciation and try to get them some good gifts and do some raffles to give away throughout the lunch, and just make sure that they feel seen and heard and appreciated for all that they've done over the last, 10 days now.
Okay, while you're in your fundraising efforts or just getting items to help pull it off, if you come up short, let me know.
Yes, sir.
We'll make sure that we do what's necessary to make this happen. Don't forget the huge number of volunteers, from south of the county to north of the county, who stepped up and helped out, Glen Allen, all over. We need to try to include those individuals as well.
Okay. Well, if any of you know somebody in particular
I do.
that
That whole Glen Allen
we
crew.
overlooked, please send them to me, because I don't want to do that.
Jerry has a list too.
Yeah.
And Jeremy has a list. Where is it? All right, good enough. Yeah, we're good.
Send them to me, please, so I don't overlook anybody that really went above and beyond for that. So.
Outstanding.
One other thing.
Come on.
On the report that the state sent out, they got a list of schools that was closed, and actually on the report, it actually has Western Line and Hollandale. But if we can get it updated, Leland School District was closed, along with Greenville Public Schools was closed as well. So we want to make sure they got a list of all school districts, and I know that those two district schools.
The state sent out?
Yes, I'm looking at the report right now.
Okay.
It's the operation summary. And so the concern is ensuring that we have all our school districts on that list.
Yeah, and I put all those on our website. I hadn't seen that. They sent it out this morning.
Yes.
Okay. I put all of those on our local website, but I'll make sure that we respond, because I think every school here, I think, closed for the
Right,
year.
that's correct. All our districts was closed.
They did close, but this morning you had Greenville Public Schools Hollandale School District, Western Line School, you had a late start in Leland, delayed start.
Right. Well, actually, this report, it talks about from October the 26th to the 31st.
Right,
So
okay.
that's, I want to make sure that's updated. Thank you kindly.
All right, we're trying to deal with it now, but right now, school's up.
No, it's
Appreciate
for
you.
the report for the schools.
All
Make sure they
right.
don't receive
County engineer.
missing funding.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
All right, appreciate y'all. No, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Good morning. I've got quite a few things, and I'm sorry I'm gonna probably take up more time than you want to hear me today, but, first, y'all got my reports. The second thing, I'm gonna kind of skip over the first three things and go to the back. I'm not gonna go through everything. We did submit the, final assembly for Collier Road, so hopefully within the next month, we'll hear something about being able to advertise that, subject to being able to get pool funds. Then, we had some email correspondence last week with the NRCS, specifically related to the Lake Washington Weir project. It's still kind of on hold due to them not being able to do a cultural resource assessment. But what they did late Friday afternoon, they said, if you as the sponsoring agency, the county, wanted to proceed with your own cultural resource assessment and provide that to us to give us clearance, you could do that, but you would have to bear the cost of it. I think it would probably be wise for us to do that. I think we can get that done in $3,000 to $5,000 range. And we can go ahead if the board, so if y'all are agreeable to that. We've been waiting basically since September of last year for them to give this cultural resource. They don't know when it's gonna come. The person actually that did it for the NRCS has retired. They haven't replaced them, so we don't know. It may be another 6 months. But we do have some we typically use on bridge sites that we could probably get and get it done the next 30 to 45 days. And that way, that would allow us to move forward with the construction on the Lake Washington Weir.
Yes.
So, I don't, just, if y'all are agreeable, we'll move forward. I don't really need a motion. We'll just hire these people and move forward. If y'all.
Okay.
Well, just make sure it's part of the record.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the cost on it, but yes, I think we need to
I
move
think,
forward on it,
$3,000 to $5,000. We got some ARPA money down there, and I think for the money, it would be well spent to, instead of waiting 6 months. and
Right.
keep waiting, because we've already waited since September of last year.
Yep.
Okay.
There's your
So-
motion, Lee?
Yes. Does it need to be a motion, or do you need approval on it?
just keep
So
it
moved to
official,
move
yeah.
forward with that.
I got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. The first thing on my list that we need to take action on, and I want to thank Ms. Holmes. On Tuesday morning, we had a bid opening. She was the only other person in the courthouse, and we met. I went and picked her up. We sat here and waited to make sure no bids came in person. We did have 4 bids on the LSBP 7634 Huntington Road Bridge project. You should have, the second thing on your report from me is just a letter of recommendation awarding the project to the low bidder, Hemp Hill Construction, an amount of $1,327,000, $327,057.40, and then also requesting that we establish a project fund for $1,552,600. This would be completely funded through the LSBP program. The majority of this, $1.3 million, is coming through the pool funds. That's basically money that was taken from counties throughout the state. We're going and getting y'all $1,330,339 back from what we lost. So I've got a board order that came from state aid that awards the project to Hemp Hill Construction. It authorizes the project fund and also gives the president of the board the authority to sign the necessary paperwork.
Questions, comments? Motion?
Motion to accept the bid, lowest
Second.
bid.
Probably moved to second. There are no questions. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I
Motion
have 2
carries.
board orders, same one, just one copy. If Mr. McGee, if you'll sign the blue, the pink will be for the chancellor clerk to sign.
Need a motion for that covered under that. I got it.
To include the signature.
Thank you, Lee.
So the next thing, on Friday morning, we received bids on 2 projects. I'm gonna go through the first one. It's the CRSA 0616002. This is on Winterville Priscilla Road. This is in, District 4. Ms. Brooks, this is your bridge, that we, one of the ones that we were supposed to have under, was supposed to be obligated, I think, at the end of 2023. So we've gotten it. The bids were taken. The low bidder on that project, we've got a letter of award, or recommendation for award was for J.J. Ferguson Sand and Gravel Greenwood, Mississippi. It's for $880,630.65. And then we also request the board, through the board order, to establish a project fund in the amount of $1,056,760. And there you have a letter, and then you have the bid tabulations for that. We had 5 bids on that. So, and our state MDOT LPA engineer was here with us, along with Ms. Holmes, to open that. So,
Okay.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second.
okay.
The question's all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
With that board order, there's stuff that needs to be signed, and with the MDOT projects, there's 14 different items we have to submit to them to get them to concur. They're going to concur with these projects before we issue the contracts. There's anything that's blue, we need you to sign. Pink, we need Ms. Hansel, and there's an orange one in there that needs to be signed by Ms. Carter. So that's number 2. So the last bridge that we had, that we also took bids on Friday, was CRSA 0616-00004 in the hole, and that's in also on Winterville Priscilla Road, and it's in Mr. McGee's district. We had 5 bids on that. The low bid was NL Carson Construction Company out of Carthage, Mississippi, and it was in the amount of $906,753.
What's the name of the company again?
NL Carson Construction.
This is my first time hearing them. Are they new? They've
No,
been
ma'am.
around.
They built the Murphy Road Bridge, ERBR 7604, about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Nice large bridge. But they did a pretty good job on that. So and they also bid in the other jobs we had. So we got that. That was their low bid, and then we also request that the board execute a board order awarding the project to the low bid and establishing a project fund in the amount of $1,088,105.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. No other questions, all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
With
Any
that, we have
opposed?
more paperwork.
Motion carries. Okay.
All right, that's all I have today. With those 3 bridges, that puts 9 bridges y'all have under contract in Washington County.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll get a majority of those finished up this year. We're continuing to move forward. Like I said, the next one we should be coming out with is Collier Road. If they'll give us some more pool funds so we can do it, we're going to continue to put more LSBP projects down there. And it'll just be contingent on what funds we can go back and get out of the pool. So,
I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
Would you get a chance to go look at the area on 82? You know, we got the drainage problem
Mhm.
going on. I just want to start looking at some numbers on how much we're looking at roughly to start addressing the issue on there, because I don't want it to be a 6-year that coming back and, you know, no action has been taken for the community.
Right. I think if you recall, y'all had engaged W.L. Burley to do some studies, and I think their cost estimate was about $1.3 million about 2 years ago.
So we need to do cost studies before we do anything else at this point?
Well, I mean, you're asking how much it's going to cost. That's
Well,
what
I'm
we need
just
to be
saying,
looking
that's
for.
what we need to look for. So before we do anything else, that's what needs to take place, are the cost studies.
Well, you've already had cost studies done when y'all engaged them to do it, but we need to, one, figure out where the money's going to come from, and then once we do that, there was some some wetlands mitigations and stuff like that would have to occur to do some of the drainage work, I think, that we looked at, or that y'all had looked at the time, so.
Would you help us look for additional dollars
We are,
that's
we've got it.
available?
I've spoken with Miss Allison Denson over at South Delta, and as opportunities or notice of funding come out, if any of them will match or fit to that, we will keep our eyes open for that. So she's aware of it also.
And the reason I'm asking is I saw some federal dollars come to the state of Mississippi on projects, and I just want to identify, how do we get a part of those projects? It was about
What kind of
20.
projects? They're all usually very specific on the type of projects. I don't know which.
It's about $20 million coming to the state. It's not one particular project, but I just want to identify, how do we get in a circle to be able to get some of those dollars to help relieve those people in those communities? Because again, when it rains, it's just raining, it gets in their home.
Right. Well, I would need to know which funds you're talking about
I'll
to see
follow
what they
with
are. If you would
you.
just send me an email so I can see, because some funds that come aren't necessarily applicable to the type of project we need to address out there.
Okay.
Okay, but that we do get these funding requests all the time, and like I said, Miss Ms. Denson's looking at them, and as we see them too, we'll bring anything we can to y'all to try and get some free money is what we're looking for.
I guess the biggest thing, what type of right, because you have so many NOFAs coming out. What department do you think on a federal level that we need to target on what grants are coming out for a project like that? Is just mostly environmental dollars at this point?
Usually it's gonna be some type of disaster related or either some type of FEMA mitigation type grant or something
Okay.
like that.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
What we'll do, if you can help us with that, Daniel, is pull the old estimates that came from Burley.
Yes.
We can pull some numbers from those. And I guess we can approach the federal delegation first, then the state.
And I think that's what
Delegation.
happened last time. We went and asked for congressional designated funds, but we didn't get funded.
And one other thing, would you look and see if those numbers are still accurate? Of course, you know, everything, the price has changed since then, because I think the was done about 4 years ago.
40.
4, 1,
Oh.
2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, let's do that.
So we have some accurate numbers. I would hate for us to apply for 1.2 and it's now 1.8.
All right, because appropriations should be wrapping up that week, third week in March. So we'll try to get some answers. Road manager.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I want to take a second to start out just to say that I want to thank everybody that was involved in this cleanup this past week with this weather event we had. It was not something we see all the time, but it's starting to become frequent. Everybody pulled together when they should. A lot of people butted heads, but we all come together at the end of the day, and that's what meant the most. I'm extremely proud of everybody, and I want to tell everybody thank you that had anything to do with it. I'm gonna start out. This week we're gonna be out. Myself, my department heads, we're gonna be assessing this damage on our roadways with the trees. Trying to get an idea of what our damage looks like that we need to get cleaned up. Glen Allen, Hollandale, they were the two worst ones. We had trees down everywhere in everybody's
Glen Allen and
district.
where?
Hollandale.
Okay.
They were the two worst ones, but everybody's had trees down in their district. But those two seem to be hit the hardest out of all of them. But we'll be working with the contractors that's in here, with the energy and trying to get the power lines up, making sure that any wires that's in these trees, we can get them to pull them out, even if they're cut. We don't want them in there while we're trying to mess with anything, so we're gonna work with them. I'll be getting with them today at the convention center, talking to them guys.
Both of y'all.
Yeah, we'll be getting with them to make sure they can at least get these wires pulled out of these trees. We don't wanna take any chances on a word that it's dead for anybody.
And
to
who will
get
be
hurt.
doing this?
Ma'am,
Who will be pulling the wires out the trees?
the ones that's putting the wires back.
The contractors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get with them, and if it's on them, great. If it ain't, maybe they can point us in a direction for somebody that's able to do it. We don't know how that works, if they're just here putting the wires up and that's it. But we're gonna get with them and make sure those wires are out of those trees. So next couple days, we'll have a better idea what we're looking at. A lot of citizens are pulling stuff to the roadsides for us to pick up, which is understandable. So the piles are adding by the day.
Okay.
So we'll be looking at that. I know the Glen Allen area, they were still putting wires up Friday when we got off. So like I said, we'll check with them and kind of see when we're able to move in and try to do something with a lot of stuff around.
Right here.
Another thing, a couple board meetings back,
Wait till you
me
time
and
for Mr.
Mr.
come
Brooks,
up.
we sat down about the litter control deal, and trying to get a better grasp on it. If you'll all look in
That's for
your
your ambulance.
handouts I give you, in the back of them, we'll come up with a form of better help where our trouble areas were, and keep track of everything, the number of bags, where it was at, the exact spot. So
Great.
it's gonna better
I haven't
help
seen
us.
them.
And we also got a plan together on a rotation deal, and that's what we're gonna
That's the
stick with
emergency.
and keep moving forward with. Like I said, we talked about the equipment deal, probably look at it. I got that deal, look at it, might be a great thing to look into.
When will y'all start the actual on the rotation of the days of the actual pickup when you're using the trailer and the men out picking that up? When will y'all start that?
No, we've done it, we got them.
Okay, just make sure, you know, we said we wanted the day before,
Give-
Mr.
give-
Allen,
give-
just
give
whoever the
everybody a heads
supervisor is, you ask them, they have a specific area that they
Right.
need to pick up in, and make sure we touch base with everybody on that.
Right, and we'll work with, the other crew that's picking up with
Okay.
us and so.
But
that
we
way-
hadn't started yet, have we?
No, she's talking about the pickup, what I just asked you,
okay.
yeah, the
I
pickup.
think
I'm
that-
sure
that
they didn't
this-
do any this past week.
Right, this
but,
week,
yeah.
because everything
Yeah.
should be on dealing with the emergency
Yeah.
piece at this
Yeah.
point.
But just make sure they make contact with the supervisors the day before and ask if they have a certain area on that day.
We will.
That would, okay.
Like I said, other than that, couple board meetings back, I brought in some quotes on a truck to be fixed and kinda wanted some numbers on a new one. I got some numbers on that new truck. The cheapest one we found, it was on state contract, was $38,970, and that was a Cannon Cleveland.
What kind of truck is
Thank
it?
you.
It's just
Thank you, Ms.
just a pickup truck,
No, we was detailing on what kind of truck we were looking at.
Yeah, there's certain trucks we don't want, don't call the name.
oh, okay.
I mean,
talk.
It's for a 2026 Ram 1500.
is it on the same level as a truck that we're replacing? Cause you just gave us a
Yes.
number of 45,000.
Yeah, well, that was the second one. That was from Mark Hayek out of Jackson. They were 45,000. Cannon Cleveland is at 38,970 on a state contract.
Is it in your budget?
Yeah, so move to approve.
Second,
Got a motion and a second, all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And, along with all this cleanup, a lot of people, hadn't really thought about it in the back of their head. There's gonna be a lot of water runoff, so we're gonna also be working these ditches, making sure these culverts clean, get these waters flowing out of these neighborhoods.
Okay.
And stay on top of that. The ice and the water sitting on, took a toll on our roads. We're gonna be back on them hard also. So, we're gonna be pretty stretched to get things back like they were before the storm.
What's the downside of taking your team 6 days just on debris removal? I know they're tired from the past week. Think about it.
I'll think about it, cause it's,
Think about it.
yeah,
Think
I'll
about it.
think about it.
Because we're gonna have to
Mr.
do it.
President,
Hey.
on that declaration we just signed, if you look at it, I think it's 30 days of a certain amount of percentage being paid.
Right.
So that's time has already started,
Right.
just FYI.
Right. Yeah, whenever we sign a declaration, it's always run 30 days. And we have had to extend them, but we haven't had that just yet. But then what I just want to ask the board for is the flexibility to operate that 6th day in order to kind of get a handle on it and not stress the teams out so much. We're about to start getting this on longer days, so we'll look at something creative as we go forward as to how we manage, restoration in Washington County.
So you're looking at 6 days?
If y'all give me permission.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll talk about it.
All right, so I got some concerns, okay? I got a call this morning that the county is trying to drive those garbage trucks up that landfill, and that's a huge incline. When I passed by, I saw law enforcement out there, the state, where all the ice is, and so we had a driver to take off work because he said he felt unsafe, and I agree with him. The incline is, so my biggest concern, if we have a situation of an incline that high, we don't make anybody drive an incline because that is very unsafe since we're dealing with ice.
I dealt with that issue this morning. His issue was he thought the road was still slick from the ice. We went out and looked at it.
No, he said the incline going up the landfill.
Okay? Let it finish, Ms. Brooke, come on.
Yeah, but the incline's always been there since. we
Right.
dumped the trash. So
I got it, no problem, but we don't take an incline when ice is on it.
No,
All right.
we haven't been running with ice.
Okay, why did he was supposed to run this morning, am I correct?
Correct, but there's
And-
no ice at the landfill on the road.
Well, I just passed by there this morning, it's a big block of ice and law enforcement is in front of it. So you may wanna go back and review it.
Let me ask you something, Mr. Norris. We got 2 landfills, right?
No, we got that one there.
No, it's another
That's the one.
landfill.
We got the one in Leland.
I got that
No,
one.
no, no,
Hey, Ms.
no.
Brooke, give me a hand.
Hold
Help me
on.
out a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll have a conversation about options.
do.
And board, anytime you see something like that going on, you know, you need to address it right then, if you're that concerned.
Well, I did,
right
I got a
then,
call this
and not bring
morning.
it back to this
Well,
meeting,
I
'cause
got a
something
call
could've-
this morning,
something could've
and the
happened,
driver
excuse-
came to my
excuse me,
home.
excuse
I was
me.
answering your question,
I
but I'm
would-
not through, I need a few other questions
Right.
asked him.
And I'm gonna be through in just a second.
The other
Now,
concern, oh, you still talking?
I can't do it, go ahead.
No, you go ahead on.
No.
Okay, the other concern I had, so when we have emergency response like this, your department is emergency response. You do understand that.
Correct,
And so that means your department is very important on keeping this road safe.
they are.
I was told by several employees that they were told they didn't have to come to work if they choose to. 6 of them came to me and told me this. And they also said you handpicked. But with something of this magnitude, because your department
Do not respond.
had less employees working compared to the other departments.
Let me say this, board, when we go on a emergency declaration, we have a team of people who will respond. I don't care whether it's lightning and thundering, trees down across the road, or whether event like what we just gone through. And the last thing we need is extra resources in on the activities and someone get hurt
Right.
because they're not needed. No, everybody don't come out. There were a couple of people who normally respond that chose not to, and that's fine. Nobody is pressured, because being out in these conditions, I'm gonna tell you, it's scary sometimes, especially when you're out in the county, and you got them out with you, you have a certain level of comfort. But there may have been people who did not work during the weather event, and that's fine. We were able to get everything done. We were able to establish priorities in opening up county buildings, county roads. And I commend those guys who did come in. And I wish we had a list of people who wanted to come in but didn't show up. But if you don't pick me to show up, there may be a reason why and how I manage myself doing normal work hours. I don't need somebody out here under these conditions, but you gotta babysit. But you gotta encourage and make work. You can sit down and chill, drink coffee at home. But we had a good team that responded as we always do. Something happened tonight that same team will respond. So nobody's being pushed away, but we know who's committed. Go ahead, Ms.
May I
Brooks.
continue? My other concern is going back to roads that were shaved, cleaned off. And so I saw that Oaks, what's the name? Oaks off of 82?
No, you gotta call it. Be
No,
careful in
but
open session.
Can
now. Go
I
ahead.
get finished?
Yeah, but
It's a
be very
road.
measured.
But my biggest concern
Oh,
is,
7 Oaks Road.
yeah, Seven Oaks Road was done, which I have no problem with that. But I have a big concern when from Leland all the way up past Seven Oaks Road, it was not shaved. And the biggest concern I have, Seven Oaks was done way before that part. And my biggest concern is that is a main way for farmers, for people who work for Mississippi State, people who work for USDA, and that road was done on the back end. We had other roads that are main fairways. If you're gonna do Old Leland Road, we need to do all of Old Leland Road, not do a certain part and drive off and not come back, because that road was not done until 2 days later. So I guess we do need to also look at what are the main fairways in our community that we have shaved. Not saying no road is important, but if it's a main fairway, it needs to be shaved first, because I took Old Leland Road each day, and I'm looking, I saw Seven Oaks Road, and all of Old Leland Road was not done. I did have a concern about, I called you first, I didn't get you, I got Mr. Horace, and they got over there. Then they got over and they did the road to go towards USDA. You're looking at about 600 people that actually work out there, and they were working during that time. I was getting calls from them and saying that road was not done, they was feeling unsafe. So our biggest concern is, let's identify our main fairways that we decide to shave first, because those people were still working.
Correct. Those first few initial days of the storm, we worked with these power companies trying to get the roads that these power companies were needing to get on to get these people electricity back. That was our first concern, was being able to get these power trucks out, and these people out.
And so the biggest concern, going back to the employees, you know, how many motor graders did you have working?
3.
And how many motor graders do you have?
I got 3 on this end, 2 on the south end. I got
Yeah.
5.
So the concern is during a storm like this, all 5 of our motor graders should have been working. And if we have, as you said, if we have employees that are not good workers, then we need to go back and
I
address
didn't say
that.
Oh,
But whatever your
So let's
terminology
clean it up,
was.
okay.
But anyway, the concern I'm making is during a storm like this, all of our motor graders should have been working. Should we had all our motor graders working, we could have easily gotten to those roads versus trying to get 3 motor graders all through the county, which I think, you know, that's a shortcoming. I'm just putting this out for us to start thinking about that in the future. You know, your motor grader drivers are number one if we're trying to get the ice up.
No doubt.
And we only got 3 and we should have had 5.
Let me say this. Every asset that was available and every operator who was trained to operate that asset was working.
It was
Now, we
working, it
couldn't-
just wasn't
If
working.
we can't get certain people who have certain skill sets, we don't take a chance to put somebody on it who's not trained. Okay? Keep in mind, this is volunteer, they were not forced. Now, if we want to change to a mode where you force certain people to come to work, that's a completely different animal that I don't believe we're going to touch. But I can assure you that every asset that we could man was out and in service, If you see something during a weather event, make the phone call. Do not wait till it's Monday and 50 degrees outside. Let us know.
Well, Mr. President,
Let
I
me
made
finish,
several
please.
calls
Make
for
the phone
clarity.
call.
I made numerous calls.
You hadn't called my phone yet.
Most time when I
Okay.
call, you don't answer.
That's not
That-
true.
Very clear, very true.
Okay.
Thank you.
But anytime you have an issue, need something, give me a shout, Ms.
Most
Brooks.
time I call Ms.
And then
Carter,
not
she
wait
answers her
to,
phone and you
We
don't.
come back.
Ms.
But,
Carter always
if
answer,
there's-
you don't.
If there's something else that we need to get together on board, always let me know. If you
But in the
can't reach
future,
Claire or
sir,
anything
just
else,
think
let
about what
me
I
know.
said in the future, okay? Thank you.
Ending up, I want to thank the guys at our department, especially. We had 22 guys that was out working. Our operator, one of our mechanics come in, we had a mechanic if we needed him, we had a tire guy in, if we had flat. So I want to thank all of them guys especially because they were a big part of it.
About $800,000.
6.7 million.
That's all I got.
All right, thank you for your
All right.
service.
That's, mighty quick, the mic comes on and then you finish up. Anything else you need from us, Clay? They'll get with you on the date that we look, at, oh, she already gave it to us.
We need to discuss it
February.
before the executive session possibly.
Send it to them and see what they want to do.
Okay. Appreciate you.
They're gonna pay for it ultimately anyway.
Justice Court. Planning Department, I always do Ms. Redmond like that. Oh, no, please, Ms. Redmond.
Good deal.
How you doing this morning?
The month report for the planning department. Money collected was $460, year-to-date is $8,113.50. And the permit issue was 3, and year-to-date is 77.
Outstanding. Need a motion to accept the report?
So moved.
And all in favor, should I sign of aye? Any opposed? Motion carries. Ms. Redmond, you need anything from us?
No, sir.
Thank you. Now, Justice Court. Morning.
Good morning.
How's everything going, Ms. Lowry? Okay, we're gonna talk to Mr. Smith about the leaks we have, and that's gonna be part of the conversation this morning. Other than that, is anything that you need from us?
I have a question.
come on.
Have we tried to get any or more people to help work off their fine? Have y'all been soliciting? Okay, wonderful. Good to hear. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Babette, we appreciate what you do. If you need us, give us a shout. You too, Dan. Mr. Gales. Mr. Gales, how you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Everybody, we have your report, Mr. Gales. Anything you'd like to focus on this morning?
Yes, I have, request to pay my, association dues. I gave one to Ms. Hansel and one to Ms. Carter for $30.
What's the number?
It's $30. It's,
Give me a motion
So moved.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Put me down. Anything else, Ms. Gibbs?
That's it.
Ms. Gibbs, if you need anything, let us know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have a 10 o'clock this morning, I think, don't we, Ms. Carter? For, yeah. Jeremy Smith. Jeremy, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, come on, I was going to move on. Morning.
I want to thank all my guys for coming out during the storm this weekend, especially the two guys I want to thank specifically, Greg Sanders and Darren Evans. They did a wonderful job.
No, thank you
Then
to
also-
them.
And also, we got
You brave.
And we call the name.
You even call, you, do that. Jeremy, don't do
Saw
that.
all wrestlers reference.
Everybody.
I said everybody, but
No,
I
you
said
didn't.
those two.
Don't
You
worry
said
about
those
it.
two stood out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Also, we had two warming centers that we was operating during the storm in Glen Allen and Hollandale, and we delivered water through many municipalities, Arcola, Hollandale, and Metcalf, and at the convention center as well.
Okay, as far as percentage of restoration, I don't remember that in David
We
before.
at 95% right now through
Where?
Washington County,
All over the county.
all over the county, yes, sir.
Talk about the attendance at the convention center grounds.
And so we got Energy Logistics out of the convention center. Well, they'll be leaving tomorrow, so they'll be shutting down everything this afternoon, and it take 24 hours for the demo everything. They'll be out of there. So we actually they're waiting on me now to come out there and ride around the property and see anything that was torn up
Okay.
and they're restored.
All right. I want to especially say thanks to you and your team for what you all went through and how much you've helped out. And I know Lee gonna say, Carl, that's unusual coming from you. But you all did an outstanding job. And Energy Mississippi, the recovery team, not only were they at the convention center grounds, of course, we had some people who stayed in there. We had the hotels from Delta Group to Harlow's, all the hotels did an outstanding job on housing these first responders to get us back up and where we're going. And it's a good high level of comfort when you can see the major response team housed in Washington County to help get these lines up, help get this power restored versus coming from 50 or 100 miles away. And can't thank them enough. You know, Haley Versackley was up here checking the area out, visiting. Of course, we had our congressman, our public service commissioner, everybody came through, as well as the highway commissioner came through. And we have a good team here in Washington County, and the way you all responded, I do appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Anything else, Ms. Smith?
Like you said, I ditto everything. One other concern is, what do we need to do to get the school in Arcola into a warming center, a warming location? Since that is a county facility, I know we put money into it, $700,000 into it. So what do we need to do to get into a warming station so the people in Arcola can have a location as well?
First thing probably be a generator.
So we need a generator there. That's pretty much it.
A generator.
Okay.
Then also
Water.
in the water.
What is the issue with the water?
It's not on. We don't control the power to the water. We'd have to put a power source at their tower.
So no water's going to that facility?
Yeah, but it's running off the energy lines. The energy lines fail. You need to be fully
Oh.
self-contained,
I didn't realize
even
that.
to be a warming center.
Okay.
So if you can assure there's going to be adequate water for people who are simple, come in, charge, get a meal, to do something, you've got to make sure that you have consistent source of power. Two things. Now, what we'll do, we're going to ask the American Red Cross to come in and give us an assessment on 2 buildings. And
And
it's
what are those 2 buildings?
multiplex. And Arcola building. And we'll get an assessment on, see where we are, and then we start talking about dollars in order to get those things up to where they can pass muster and be certified as a warming center or /shelter. So it takes a lot of work, but
So, Mr.
get that
President, I think that's ideal. I think we're going in the right direction. Would you also consider a Leland facility, the Buster Brown? It was the old National Guard, and Leland has been talking about, and I'm sure they'd be love to do a partnership with the county, turning that to a disaster relief location as well. Well, it does have heat there, but getting it, I guess, Red Cross certified.
What we'd have
So
to do
that
is-
way I know we have a location in all, and actually also in Metcalf, identifying that location. If we do it, let's make sure we have locations in all our small communities and even in the Glen Allen area. I think you said the library.
Yeah.
In the library too. So if we're gonna do it, let's make sure we just get all locations Red Cross certified. I think you're going in the right route, and I support you on it. But I just identify a place in each municipality and community.
Okay. Certainly, Ms. Smith, we're not gonna hold you up any longer. We'll talk later on today. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Unless somebody else has a question.
Mr. Smith, I got it.
Okay, our safety director is out on training this morning, and we have a public hearing at 10 in 5 minutes. We'll keep it moving. Now, we did have some additions. What were those additions? You had some additions. DR what? DRC. Y'all want to have a word? Give us your name and the company you represent.
Sir, Joe Newman with DRC Emergency Services. I just want to come introduce ourselves. We partner with Fisher Construction for debris removal here in Mississippi. And we've responded to every major disaster in the United States over 35 years now.
Okay.
Any FEMA-funded project, we've been a part of it. And
Just to see you all here this morning, you know, we're glad you're keeping an eye on us, and let us kind of work through and see where we are. And hopefully, we do have your information.
yes, sir.
Somebody text that, email that out, and we'll make sure we stay in contact. But it'll be a bid process for those services.
Well, the first 30 days, emergency, we don't have to bid out. Federal, they allow us to do that.
Okay.
But I do have a few questions just for clarity. With the emergency piece, what's the time frame of, I guess, with the federal government to start the process for debris removal without advertising and possible reimbursement?
So you can enter a 30-day exit contract, and it's not tied to just 30 days now. There's new language that you can go 45, 60, 90 days if need be. It just says you have to go out to RFP within a reasonable amount of time. That's the time frame. And you know, we can come in. You have to get a third-party monitoring company to monitor what we do, and they document everything that we do. And if you don't use them, you can jeopardize your reimbursement. So I would recommend using them. But as far as them coming in, training monitors, us bringing assets in to start debris removal, we can do that in a matter of a few days.
Okay. And so how long y'all been in existence?
A little over 35 years.
35 years. Okay, so looking at this ice storm, what would did you get a chance to do an assessment of the Washington County
We
area?
did, and I did hear that you guys were a little proactive with some tree trimming and getting out those dead limbs, and it could have been a lot worse than I'm actually seeing. You know, I've definitely seen worse, but I'm sure to those that have the damage in their yard, to them it is pretty bad. So,
Okay.
And what's your name, sir? Okay.
Been around 100 years. Fisher.
With DRC,
Renee?
you know, they're a national debris contractor. That's why we make a good relationship, and we've been with them for quite a long time. And DRC don't worry about any funding. We can finance the project and to the county get their reimbursement.
Mr. Fisher, like I said, I'm sorry, Ms. Brooks.
No, I'm just
You
listening. No.
Okay, yeah, you know, we're gonna take a look at it, do an assessment. As you very well know, we have a number of people who do debris removal here in Washington County. And so we'll take a look at that. But we do appreciate the offer of the service and letting us know that you're here. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
We'll be in touch. I got 2 minutes. What else did I add it to the agenda?
I think it's Johnson.
Ms. Johnson?
I don't think I put her on there. I just saw.
Joe, that was Joe
No,
Newsom.
Covington was next.
Who?
Covington.
Ms. Covington, come on up, man. I'm sorry.
I represent Covenant Engineering Firm. We are work with Texas Tech, with a monitoring service. We've worked with Joven before, anyway. We just go around and monitor everything they pick up. That way, we get you get recovered for everything that the work that's done and everything. So we're just here to monitor the pickup of the debris.
Now, how do you work with us? How do we employ your service?
It's just, I don't know if we bid in or not, but, just like them, we come in and do the work and get paid through the finance through the federal government.
So
All right, but
we wouldn't pay
excuse
you.
me,
I'm sorry, go down.
So, but your person in Washington County will have to be approved through this board, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, good enough, Ms. Brooks.
So your fee is being paid directly by the federal government?
Yes, ma'am.
So we would not pay anything?
Not, we do, also PA work, if you need assistance for grants and all that, that's paid separate through what we do monitoring.
When you say PA work, explain it to me.
Public assistance, we do like help with the paperwork of the grants, make sure you get all your money back. As far as that goes, we have a team that does that with Tetra Tech.
Okay, what you saying?
Typically with FEMA things, it's a reimbursement. So if you pay them, you get reimbursed by FEMA. But FEMA's gonna set a percentage, we don't know what the reimbursement is. So they will cost whatever your percentage is. So it could be a 25, 75 split.
It's no less than
90,
75.
10. So I mean, that's, worst case, it would be a 25% cost. They're not 100%.
No.
And you pay first, then you get reimbursed by FEMA if you submit the right documentation.
So, but we need them to help with the documentation,
Yes,
am I correct?
PA comes in here with the documentation. yes.
Okay.
Ms. Griffin?
Is there a scope of service in writing that you provide?
Yes, sir, through Tetra Tech, like I said, I work with Covington, the engineering firm. We partner with Tetra Tech, one of the biggest, monitoring services in the US.
Yeah, can we get a copy of the scope of service?
Yes, sir, I'll have to step out and get a,
Just email it to us and we'll shoot it to the
Okay.
proper places.
alright.
Ms. Carter, you got a card over there? With your email address? Or Ms. Bernadine?
Mr. Hook, are you
Either one
familiar
of
with them?
With Covington and
Yeah.
Tetra Tech, I was familiar with them.
We'll get you that.
We're working with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sharkey County.
Okay.
Go in and,
Scuffy, we'll get that for you. Make sure you get the information back to us. Anything else you'd like to share with us?
That'd be it.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I always welcome in Washington County. Okay. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. All right, we had a public hearing, and I see our county patrol person, Ms. Moore here. Ms. Moore, would you come up? Now, we gotta go into a public hearing. Ms. Moore. All right, want to announce we're gonna have a public hearing here to discuss.
Mr. Redmond speaking.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
I was just saying, after the, I think Ms. Johnson come in, she just got in, so we'll have to add her to the agenda.
Make sure you got it. I got it, okay.
Yeah,
All right, we've got a public hearing going on. If you're in the room, you got a sheet going around for everybody to sign. Ms. Moore,
We've already done so.
Brandine done that.
Henry Jones, isn't he?
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Ms. Moore.
Okay, they're not here.
I still gotta call their names. Call their names, go down. Whether they're here or not, we're gonna move. You did get proper notification, right? And they got notification, right, Ms. Moore?
Yes.
Okay. It's on you.
Okay, the first one I have is Nathaniel Carter Jr., Slago Dairy Road, cleaning the property. And I'm gonna ask the board to approve for the county to go in and clean the property and assess the taxes.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
And the last one I have is, Jose Lozano at 153 Jeff Davis Road.
Okay.
So moved.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second.
We'll declare the emergency and postpone consideration. We're in an emergency.
All right.
We're in an emergency, y'all.
Hey, y'all help me out a little bit. I thank you for the secretary, but I'm trying to handle this sidebar. Hold on a minute, let me carry my motion.
You wanna get all,
All right.
you wanna hear everything, don't you?
Hold on, bro.
No, we need to move
All
forward.
in favor?
Aye.
Hear the motion, show by sign of aye. Okay, any opposed? Motion carries. All right,
That's it.
now, is there a situation where this puts that person into some kind of unusual bind? Let us know.
Okay.
Understanding that we are in an emergency situation now, so we do have some flexibility. But keep the system, keep the process
Keep it
rolling.
going.
All right. Everyone has a copy of my report, so
Yeah,
that's it.
thank you.
Ms. Bernadette?
Okay, now that was it? Ms. Moore? All right, now we're gonna come out of,
I just, on this report, these are futures.
That was for last month.
the answer is yes.
Okay, so what that mean for next month, last month?
Those are the notices that I sent out.
Oh, you sent out last month, and then if they don't respond, then we start the process all over again with this new group. Thank you, ma'am.
That's all I have.
I appreciate you here.
Thank you.
Okay, consider request from Kings Court Christian Academy, use of Washington County Convention Center for graduation ceremony,
name
May
is
16th.
Johnson.
May 16th.
Who's doing
Christian
it?
and, Kings Christian Academy.
So moved.
King Christian, what they trying to do?
Graduation.
Oh, so, second,
Okay, I got a motion and a second question.
you answered me,
You good?
King Christian Academy, they wanna
You
get the
good?
waive fees.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right, that's with fees waived. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. That's unanimous. Consider request for a letter of support from Washington County Board of Supervisors for a Launch Welk Show 70th anniversary.
A lunch Welch show.
Yeah. Who familiar with that?
I remember when I was a kid.
Who's requesting? Ooh,
I remember the name.
what we're gonna do, we're not gonna, we're gonna get you some more details,
What my thing?
so you can know who that is and what they're doing.
Yeah, we need to know what's going
Who's that,
on.
Mr.?
Mr. President,
Hey, now.
we need to add Ms. Johnson to the agenda.
Okay.
That's my motion.
Ms. Griffin just took care of that. I got a motion to add. Give me a second. 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 All in favor, show by sign of aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ms. Johnson gonna get you in just a minute. Go ahead, Griffin.
Yeah, I do want to mention at some point, because the county is consistently inundated with these requests to use facilities, that it's important, and the Attorney General has stressed that, I have an opinion from the Attorney General, say we must have a uniform facilities use policy in place if we're gonna continue this. So, at some point, we gotta develop a uniform facilities use policy, Mr. President, members of the board, so that we can ensure that costs and et cetera associated with these uses are being reimbursed or refunded to the county.
You do know at the last meeting, the board approved that we move forward with that, right?
Yes, and I just want to,
You just bring it back up again.
right,
Okay.
I just think we need to be proactive, move forward.
Mr. President,
Hey, Ms. Griffin.
going back to number 15, are they talking about the show that used to come on about Lawrence Welch?
Yes, ma'am, Ms. Brooks.
Okay,
on.
so we just saying we support it?
Fine, let's do some research.
Okay. I remember watching when I was a kid. I was supporting it.
You weren't quite that young, because,
I was a little girl.
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me do some research, find
telling
out, because
you,
there's something there's an email that's associated with this. And,
We can watch it.
and we'll make sure we put this on the agenda for the next meeting so we kind of get it resolved. They gave no date for the event. So, okay. Everybody good with that? Who did I miss? In-
Miss
Johnson?
Johnson.
We can pass
have
the
somebody?
order for her.
Miss Johnson, who else? Who did I miss? Mark? Come on.
Dealing with me.
I'm gonna get Miss Johnson. Let me get, and then I got my corner sitting right here.
Let me take her.
Be careful.
No, oh my goodness.
Be
Good
careful.
morning, board members.
Good morning.
All right.
Happy Grounds Day. And is that, how was it?
Groundhog.
Groundhog Day.
Happy Groundhog Day,
Yeah.
Ms. Brooks. Appreciate that.
Do we know if he saw a shadow yet?
I don't know. He
He,
did.
and all his
I
ice.
felt him this morning. All right.
Hunter Sam?
I've got several orders for you this morning, board members. The first one is a homestead correction. This is for Trina Davenport, mainly her husband Leroy Davenport. Mr. Davenport should have been allowed his disability homestead for 2025. I'm asking that we correct his 2025 statement and allow him to receive his disability homestead.
So move.
I got a motion. Second. I got a second. Question, Mr. Griffin?
Yeah, when did he apply?
I'm not sure, Mr. Griffin. I have to find that information out for you. Can I get that and get back to you?
Yeah,
Now, before this
and
board vote.
I submitted you that opinion, which says that these requests for these exemptions of all types must, in order for to get it for the prior year, it must be done prior to January 1st, okay?
So it definitely was done prior to January 1st.
Okay.
I don't think it was a new homestead.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
2025.
Okay.
And so, which basically means that the board would then have to find in its minutes that there was a specific reason to cancel, alter, or amend the 2025. And I think we need to start doing that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so, and so, it certainly, there's a provision of the statute that said Mr. Seals, on behalf of the property owner, can make that request, okay? And this board then has to make a finding in its minutes based upon that request, the basis for it. And I think going forward, we need to be consistent with what the statute says. Mr. Seals make the request and explain to the board make that finding and adopt it in its minutes.
Are we doing it now?
No, see, we can't, but Griff, talk to me about the timeline now. This 2025 we're talking about.
Yes,
When did he get
2025.
his disability?
You can adjust 2025, all right, under the statute. There's a specific statute, 2735, 143, that gives the board authority to make that adjustment, all right, providing the request was made in 2025, okay, that Mr. Seal had on hand early 2025.
We'll get together on that, Mr.
Okay.
Griffin, after the
So,
board meeting.
I'm just
Well, I
saying.
can't get the document
So,
to review to see if that it
Well,
actually 2025.
yeah.
Yeah, there are no dates on here.
All right, we're not gonna take any action today on that.
Well, you got a motion,
because
you got a
there-
motion
let me explain.
and a
what-
second on the floor.
Let me explain why that's critical. There's a specific tax lien date of January 1,
Correct.
okay? And whatever the amount of that tax that was due on January 1, it carries for the entire year, all right? So that if there was a failure of this taxpayer to make a request of Mr. Sears' office by January 1 of 2025, then he has to wait until the tax year, the new tax year of January 1, 2026, okay? And what I did was, I have provided, today, I provided Mr. Sears an opinion that just came out from the AG, specifically spelling out that dated, the opinion dated December 30th, okay? And I'm gonna share a copy with each board member. But they hone in on the, when you make the application, number one. Number two, when that tax year began that you're trying. And they specifically says you cannot approve it retroactively, okay, in that opinion. All that's there more recently to clarify all these issues. Yes, sir.
Please.
When did you get the request from him?
The request came in at a later date.
Okay.
But before January 1st, though?
It was before January 1st of 2025.
Right.
Okay.
When he initially.
Initially.
When you made
that's
when
right.
he made the request?
Correct.
Okay, let us, if it was done, here's the thing, if it was done before January 1 of 2025, okay? You can do it if there's verification that in fact that occurred from Mr. Sears' office, all right? You can do it for 2025. Now, because the application has to be in prior to January 1 of 2025, okay?
One question on all of this, Ms.
Yes.
Griffin. Does this address the homestead law, or is this just a separate law?
This address all of them, okay? In terms of when, it addresses all in terms of when the right to make a claim for an exemption vest in that person, all right?
Okay.
And an application, generally speaking, come to your office, making a request, the information is submitted to your office. if I submit information on December 31st, I'm entitled to an exemption, not retroactive to January 1 of the prior year, but January 1 of the next year, the next day, I'm entitled to that exemption, okay? All right?
So he trying
go
to
ahead.
get exempt for 2025, am I correct?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
which means that if there was an application in your office as of December 31st, 2024, that person is entitled to the exemption.
2025.
Yes, sir.
David, you said 2024. He said 2025.
Right. What I'm saying, listen to me. If that application was in Mr. Seals' office prior to December 31st, 2025, okay?
Right.
And I think I heard him
Right,
say
yes.
that came in 2024, right?
No, 2025.
When did the application come in?
The application was made in 2025.
Tell you what y'all gonna do.
No.
Yeah.
Hold. Y'all get together and come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's enough.
Okay.
All right. Can y'all get together on that one?
Yes, sir.
Can we approve it just with the verification of the
And
attorney?
I don't think you can approve it because if the application is 2025, then if you approve it, you saying you're gonna make it retroactive. You can't make it retroactive to January 1st, 2025, okay? And you cannot grant piecemeal tax. In other words, I can't do it for half a year. Okay, I gotta do it for the whole year. And the effective date for taxes is in this case would be January 1st, 2025. And that tax is there for the entire year. For instance.
Whoa. Y'all get together.
Yes.
And y'all come back. No.
So if we ever.
Mark. You all
Okay.
get together and come back.
I'll
No.
get together with you.
Please.
But before you leave, I do want to get some of these other matters that we have had to address, brought up with Mr. Seals.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not you.
This is probably the best time for us to
Can you, okay,
the Leland matter, for instance.
You need to hear this.
but he finna address it.
He got some more, but go ahead, Grill.
You got some more?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and finish up, and then we'll get to these
you
others.
feeling some kind of way today.
I don't know. Mark, sorry about that. Come on.
Man, how sorry shot him.
Well, I have another homestead issue as well. This is on Steinley, Paul Steinley. Mr. Steinley should have been allowed his over 65 homestead for 2025, and we're requesting that we correct his 2025 statement.
Give me a motion.
So move.
Second.
Well, we still have to, the same thing, you have the findings. What's the reasoning for that?
So there was an error made in my office,
Okay,
which
that's- yeah.
prevented him from receiving his
And that's the
his
findings,
over
yes.
65. And that was my initial question. If we find that there is an error made, can we address that?
Well,
No, it had to be across the minutes.
here's the thing. There are two. You want me to say anything?
I want you to be long. Come on to the point.
No. There are two means of addressing. One, there is, prior to the tax rolls being approved, any taxpayer can come in and get a modification, okay? And your office can as well. Subsequent, after the state approved those tax rolls, you have until the next August to do so. However, if it's something that that ought to have been done by August of August of that year, you're not entitled to August of the next year to make that correction.
So we're not
But he
allowed-
said the error was on the
Right.
county, not the client. If the error was on the county, then the county need to be held accountable. So I got a motion to exempt the person, because he just said it was an error on his office.
And I'm gonna second that motion. Any questions? Any questions? So you all get together now. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Was that the first one with the first person?
No. that
Okay,
was-
there's
that
something
was the
different.
second.
Okay.
The next one, for homestead correction, is Mustafa McPherson. Mr. McPherson should have been allowed a full homestead for 2025, and we're requesting that his 2025 tax statement be corrected. We found that Mr. McPherson did, in fact, live at his alleged address.
So,
Oh,
That's the error on yours.
That's an
draw.
error on our office.
So moved.
Second. And a motion and a second, all in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Dorothy Thomas, homestead correction. Ms. Thomas should have been allowed full homestead for 2025. We're requesting that her 2025 homestead statement be corrected.
And what
The
was the
same
reason?
situation.
So moved.
We found that she did live there.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A lot of these statements were, well, not statements, but information was returned from the post office that informed us that they were not at that address.
But they really were.
They really were.
And y'all verified that?
Correct.
Your office verified that?
We all had a lot of
Yeah.
posted issues in the last 2 years.
Yes, ma'am. I have a notice to increase of assessment on Atmos Energy Corporation. Atmos called because they reported the wrong value. They would like it corrected for 2025 tax year.
Motion, Ms. Brooks.
So moved.
What was the increase?
Total increase of $11,000.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second.
That's all.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thomas and Leslie Hassett. Looking for my little notes on here. I don't see any. It's a notice to increase. I don't have any notes on this one, but their total increase was $23,340.
2,300,
For what year is this?
$23,340. Sir,
Which tax year?
this is going to be for tax year '25,
So moved.
real property.
I got a motion?
The value was increased due to an addition that they made in 2024, which should have affected their 2025 tax statement.
Have they been given notice?
Yes,
When you do a correction like that, so their tax bill that went out this year, that's, that, it was the previous amount, and then now it's going, after the error's been corrected, it's going up now. And I guess, like the attorney said, have they been notified
they
on
have been
this?
notified.
Okay.
Yes.
They didn't dispute anything on that?
No, they understand.
Okay.
Got a
Alright.
motion.
I got a, thank you, Ms. Brooks. I got a motion and a second. No other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
One question.
Yes, sir.
That resulted in an increase in their true value of that
Yes, sir.
property?
Yes, sir. James Sanderling, he was wrongly assessed on his parcel. The parcel should have been 32474 and followed by 4 zeros. His value changed. No, this is a reduction. The value change was $23,340.
On the true value?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think,
And you're doing that under that mandatory statute that said if the tax assessor finds a mistake, then you gotta
That's
report it to
correct.
the board.
That's
Okay.
correct. Yes, sir. Thank you for that, Mr. Griffin.
So moved.
Got a, I got a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
So these next two are from Leland. In particularly, this is property that Kenny Thomas sold to L&L Rentals. So Mr. Thomas's property was over-assessed on his parcel, whereas it was a split done. And the property that he sold was under-assessed. So we're asking for an increase on parcel 26243 and a decrease on parcel 26243. I'm sorry, that's the same parcel, but 26242. So there's no money change, it's just a,
Can we do that in one motion, or does it need to be separate? Reduction
You can
and
do it in
increase?
one motion. This is the same tax payer.
no, it's two different taxpayers.
It's gotta
But-
do them separate motions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just a
what I
portion of it being transferred to another parcel.
Okay.
So moved.
Got a motion?
You need two
Which one are you taking first? Which one?
L&L
can you add the-
Rentals LLC.
So moved to the first one.
Second.
I got a motion? No other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, Mark.
M&B Systems of Leland LLC.
So moved.
You got a motion? I'm gonna
Second.
take, thank you, Ms. Brooks. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Sacred Space Incorporated, the exempt code was inadvertently left off for 2025. They bought a bunch of property from Mr. Otis Redmond, O.C. Redmond. And the new girl in my office, she did not realize that Sacred Space was exempt
That's fine.
at the time. And
Yeah.
so I've got several of these for the Sacred Space for an exempt code.
All right. Can we do it that way, Ms. Griffin?
Uh,
One property owner,
Well,
multiple properties.
are these real properties?
Yeah. These are real property, Sacred Space.
Identify each one of them.
Okay.
For the rest.
Okay.
Sacred-
And let's identify each one of them.
Okay, Sacred Space, parcel number 119602, followed by 5 zeros.
You need to make a motion on that one.
So,
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Griffin.
Parcel number 119464, followed by 5 zeros.
Motion.
So moved.
second.
And a second. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm daydreaming sometime. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Parcel number 119458, followed by 5 zeros.
Motion.
So moved. Second.
All right. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Parcel number 119446, followed by 5 zeros.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Parcel number 11947, followed by 6 zeros.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That is it for Sacred Space. Triple R Consultants. This parcel should have been deleted. .49 acres was assessed on another parcel.
So moved.
I got a motion. Everybody understand the corrective action?
Needs to be deleted.
If it's not marked, I can't get a second.
Second, but I'm just saying for the minutes, all of it has to be identified, the reason. We were just saying, so even following through, it needs to be the reason. Aaron, you're off, whatever that
Yeah,
reason
the parcel
is.
should have been deleted.
Okay.
So I guess it was.
Aaron, you're off.
Right, there's a specific
Just like-
statute
yeah.
on that.
Okay. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Aramark Healthcare Support Services. This business is no longer located in Washington County, therefore it should be deleted for
Is-
2025.
Now, with respect to those, let's use the term, council instead of delete. The statute says council, okay? When you say delete.
Is this personal property,
Yeah,
sir?
This is personal property, yes, ma'am.
So moved.
Right, you want that one council, you want that assessment council, is that correct?
Yes,
Same
sir.
That's what you asked. And the one prior there too, the one before that also would be, when you use the terminology delete, mean the council that assessment. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so
We got a motion on the
Second.
floor
Got a motion and a second on-
council.
Yeah.
to cancel. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Beckman Coulter Incorporated. This parcel should have been canceled they had 0 equipment reported for 2025.
So moved.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. What was your name again, Mark?
Beckman,
Yeah, he said,
Delete it, cancel.
got a question. Ms. Bernadine, everybody got to hear you.
Why is he saying cancel?
Council, the statute says it should be canceled, okay?
Cancel?
And it was canceled because it never should have been assessed, is that correct?
that's correct.
Yes. The law says that if it was a wrongful assessment,
We're on the
then
same
you
page.
cancel. You have to read section 27-35-143. Okay, it said the tax assessor can make a recommendation that an assessment be canceled if it was wrongfully assessed, okay?
You missed my question.
Yes.
My question is, the terminology is cancel or deletion. It's two different things.
No, it's counsel. He's counseling the assessment that he assessed it, and he's now requesting that it be canceled, that assessment be canceled, okay?
Not deleted, council.
When you
I
delete
think
something,
it's-
you
I think
completely remove it from the
I
record.
think it's fine, Ms. Holmes.
Yes. We'll work it out.
Okay, go ahead, Mark. Got a
CVS Pharmacy.
Did we pass,
Oh,
did we
did I
pass the
leave-
order on
did I
that one? I said, I had a motion.
It was a
Did I
motion.
leave a motion hanging? Damn.
Yeah.
All right, got a motion, I did get a second, right, Ms. Bernadine? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Sorry about that.
No problem. CVS Pharmacy, they had equipment that was left in the system that should have been canceled for 2025.
So move.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Federal Express Corporation, this is a notice to increase. They provided us a public utility. They provided it in January of this year, which was not provided last year in September. Therefore, I'm asking the board to allow me to increase or to create a new account for Federal Express for their public utility information.
So moved.
Got a motion? I need a second. Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
This is property owned by Mr. Miller. Yeah.
Yeah, because you called his name, he won't get.
Okay, okay. We actually still show this property in Planters Bank and Trust Company, and I believe Ty is going to address that point. But before we get to that, this house was in need of major repairs. Mr. Miller came in and informed us of that. We had no knowledge that the house was in its current shape because we don't go inside properties when we go out to assess properties. He made us aware of that there were major repairs needed. Therefore, we felt the need to reduce that assessment for 2025. We've already discussed with Mr. Miller the amounts of this, and I asked the board to allow us to make this change for 2025.
That's your recommendation?
Sir,
That's your
yes,
recommendation?
yes, it is. It is.
You made
So
a motion?
moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Did you want to come and address?
No.
Okay.
He got what he wanted.
Boykin, Mr. Bill Boykin and his wife is here. They have exemption on their downtown properties. We inadvertently ceased their exemptions, and it should have been allowed for another year. Therefore, we're asking the board to reinstate the exemption that they had on those
Was
properties.
that an error?
It was.
So
It
moved.
was. We
Got a
do
motion?
have the paperwork to back up to
Got a
show
motion
where
and a
it should.
second?
Second.
it
There
should
no other
increase
questions?
through,
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Hey, Bill, that was a nay.
What kind of exemption is this?
Anything else, Mark?
Yes, sir. Great America Financial Services. This is a notice to increase. There were items left off, and the penalty should have been taken off. They initially reported, and I asked them, because they sent an email in, and I could not read the email. I asked them to send hard copies in to our office. And that was done at a late date, and we did not get that information in time to put it into our system. They had equipment that they were adding. These items were left off, and the penalty should be removed. So we're asking that their assessment be increased. You allow us to make this change.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Great America, again, this is on a different account. Items were left off, and the penalty had to be taken off. This is a notice to increase, and I'm asking the board to allow us to make this change.
So moved.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
This is another account for Great America Financial, notice to increase, same situation.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
This is a petition for reduction, Great America again. The account should have been deleted or canceled from the tax roll for 2025.
Need a motion
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Great America, again, this is a reduction of assessment. Penalty was applied and should not have been. Yep, that is it. The penalty was applied and should not have been for this account. We're asking the board allow me to make this change to reduce.
Can't hear you.
So moved.
We're
Got a
asking for a
motion?
reduction.
And a second. Second. Thank you, Jerry. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And this is a notice to increase assessment on Great America Financial. This is another account where the items were left off and the penalty should be removed or taken off.
All right.
So moved.
Got a motion? And a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, Mr.
Hey.
I'm just going on, I know it's not your office, but I just want to make sure we all know, and I don't know if we had to take any action. The governor, Tate Reed, did an extension on ad valorem
hey,
taxes.
We got the proclamation.
Okay, I just want to
We'll
make
read it
sure.
to the minute.
Then okay, I didn't know if we were going to discuss that. I just want to make sure that is included.
We won't accept.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's, Mr. President, probably the appropriate time to announce it would be now.
Why?
Because you're discussing taxes and a lot of
Right.
things.
Yeah, I got a tax collector coming.
Oh, well, okay.
All right.
All right.
I got a tax collector coming. I'm good.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the help.
Okay, I just wanted
I do
to
want to
discuss that.
ask Mr. Sears, is the gentleman here from Leland?
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we deal with that one?
We already dealt with
We
it.
already dealt with it.
Take a nap. I got it. I'll call you in a minute. Hold on. We good.
It's
We
been
got it.
discussed. We all
Mark.
done.
Mark, you good?
I'm good.
What's his name?
All right.
Miller something.
Thanks, here. Okay.
Oh, hey,
What a-
Mark,
He sleep.
before you leave, Goodwill. Goodwill, okay. Goodwill, when was the application in your office for Goodwill, if you know?
There was no application.
Okay, they have not submitted an application?
No. They submitted a letter, the same letter.
That can constitute an application.
Okay.
Okay. They made a request, and the law says, with respect to Goodwill or any other request for exemption, that until they make that application or submit that request, you cannot consider them for tax exempt status.
Okay.
Okay? We just need to determine when that was done. They are, in my opinion, a charitable society and entitled to exemption, provided they make a specific request and the board approves it. The board has to find in its minutes, based upon that application, that they are a charitable society.
I have a question. Isn't it a company for profit? I'm just asking.
The representation there is Goodwill, all this money goes back into charitable activities, okay?
You got the documentation proving that?
I saw something from the company that they sent indicating that their profit go back into charitable activities and philanthropic activities. Okay, so I haven't seen anything to the contrary, all right?
But they haven't done an application.
They sent the letter.
Well, letter's not an
Right.
application, am I correct?
It constitutes.
Once it reaches his office, that letter can constitute an application.
So are we setting a standard for all charitable organizations to go their route, or just for
No.
Goodwill?
No, because the board has to make a finding in its minutes that a particular organization meet the definition of being a charitable society or religious or ecclesiastical.
Mr. Griffin, whatever you brought, could you bring it to the board so we all can read and be on the same page? Because the last time I heard,
No.
if they were a for-profit organization.
I don't know, Ms. Brooks, I don't have, if Ms. Brooks, the specific provision of the statute,
Please,
2731 1D defines what constitutes these organizations. Okay, and we have gone over it periodically.
I
here.
know, but this is the first one that's for-profit. Everybody else has been nonprofit, 501c3. So my concern is, whatever you
They
have, would
are
you please share with the,
501c3.
will you please share with the board? Because we have not received it, and apparently Mr. Seard has not received it.
Yeah, Lee.
We've received a letter that constitutes his application. Are you comfortable with them being
Yes.
I would make the motion to approve it then.
Got a motion and a second?
I have some questions.
Thank you,
There are
please.
legal taxes that have to be paid for this particular piece of
He'll address that
Hold
Let
on,
me
Lord,
explain.
have
in a
mercy.
minute. You'll address that.
Okay.
Motion carries.
No,
Now,
it-
go
you,
ahead.
you didn't go to
Alright.
vote. I didn't vote. My vote is nay. Let the record reflect.
Put her down for a
Because
nay.
y'all gotta do all
Ms.
four
McGee
profits the
Go ahead.
same.
And board members, with respect to, these organizations, they are taxable until they actually make an application and it's
Right.
approved, and it cannot be retroactive, which basically means that any taxes,
They will do.
any prior taxes, they still have to pay.
And what's the date of that letter, Mr. Green?
Yeah, that's what I was
The date of that letter in Mr. Sears' office was, I'm thinking sometime
No,
in
no, no, no,
December,
no.
is that correct?
Wait a minute, hold up now. Didn't you
Whatever the
say,
date of that letter.
didn't you
Big
say
group.
earlier that the
When, Mark?
letter had to come
Mark,
31st of 2024? Or are we changing up? I'm just going up. You just said Attorney
Get it
Griffin.
No,
Oh,
the letter
there
was
has
received
been
in
no
25.
change, Ms. Brooks. Whatever date that letter is, if the letter was prior to January of 2026, they would be entitled to taxes.
First you said earlier, you said, first you said 2025 earlier
all
now.
right, we good. Mark, produce the letter.
Earlier you
Now,
said
Ms.
2025.
Ms. Brooks, would you just listen? If an application was made by December 31st of 2024, they would be entitled to, they can be approved for 2025.
Right.
However, if the application came in, even if the application came in January of this year, they would not be eligible as of January 1 for taxes, okay?
For 2025.
For 2026.
2026, so, and
So
when
they
did,
would have to wait till 2027.
so it
Ms.
sound
Brooks.
like they gotta wait till 2027. When did the letter come?
Last year.
2025,
When in 2025?
sometime in December, I believe.
So I got a question. Is there an official application that they have to do?
No, there's no application.
Okay,
There's-
it's just doing a submission that they're just letting you know.
That's right, that's right.
Board, you understand that the letter stands as an application. It was received in December 2025. You're
So
only
it
going to be
won't
able to, you're only going to be able to do the exemption going forward. You can't retro.
Right, so I
So
think
what's
that's Ms.
owed in 25.
I think that's
like
Ms.
Hansel,
Hansel's concern.
Yes, they have to pay that. All right, now,
How
Do I
much do
have
they
any
owe?
motions?
Ms. Ansel, do you know how much they owe?
we'll get that number for you.
She's going to get, the statement, so I can tell you how much they owe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's public knowledge.
No, we don't.
It's public knowledge. Everybody have to pay.
All right, they got to pay, true enough, but we're not going to disclose the number right now.
Well, why not? We disclose
right.
everybody else's numbers.
I think we carried the motion, and everything, we're good?
Let the vote show
All
I
in
voted
favor?
nay.
All in favor?
A second time.
Say by nay. Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Jerry. I tell you. All right, now, it's 10:42. Who all did I miss? I gotta get
Me,
Ms.
Ms.
Thompson.
Johnson's on the
Ms. Johnson.
agenda.
I don't know why I said Thompson. I almost said Thompson. Ms. Johnson. Ms. Johnson. Come on, I don't know why I want to say Thompson. I apologize for that. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm coming from the board from Hollandale, Mississippi. Our site coordinator, Valerie Wilson, could not be here today due to death in her family. But we just want to thank the board, Mr. Reb, and the board for all your support in allowing us to use the Hollandale Multiplex as a crisis center. If it had not been for that facility, Hollandale would have been in way worse shape. We were able to volunteer and house at least 84, 85 people a night up until we had water and lights. Thursday, some went home. And this morning, we served breakfast to the last ones who had some additional repairs and things they had to have done to their home. And I know sometimes, money is an issue, and I heard earlier where they want facilities in every city, every, town. It would really be a benefit because we had elderly people who, they just didn't have nowhere to go. We had a lot of kids from school, and we fed 100 and something people every day. Volunteers worked hard every day, and Mr. Redmond was with us there every day until he started feeling really bad because he got sick. But we just want to thank you all, and anything that, we can do from Hollandale, just let us know. And Ms. Wilson also asked me to, said this is the second time that the facility has been used. It used when they had the tornado in Rolling Fork, but we had more people this time. And she said that she would like to, Ms. Wilson also is a former employee of emergency management. She's an emergency management specialist for MEMA, and she's a certified law and public safety instructor. And she would like to develop a plan of action to be board approved, where we can have a committee so that if something happens again, we have everybody in place, designated people, because we just all came together and got the job done.
Yeah.
but she would like to come for the board and present a plan of action.
What happened,
I
we
think
have
it'll be awesome.
what they call a surf team. We have one on this end. And get with David Burford, they'll get it worked out, get everybody trained, certified, and that kind of thing for emergency response, exactly what you're talking about. We appreciate you.
Yes,
And
I
every,
would like
oh, I'm sorry,
to
Jay.
say that we had 3 elderly people. And the first night,
Sure.
we had to go to the hospital. I can hear. Oh, you can't.
Okay.
Anyway, we had to raise 3, we had 3 elderly people. We had to send,
They need to pay.
the first night, we had to send
Yeah, give it.
her to the hospital. I think she's on OD2. And I just can't say enough for that group. They come in, they took care of that, got the ambulance, got her away, and then we had 2 more that was sick. These was senior people. They took care of them.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Now, I just want to go back, what you said, I did what you said about putting a plan of action together. I look forward to see it because it could be something we can put in other communities as well. So I commend y'all for even taking that stand to move forward, because it really takes all of us on, trying to prepare for our communities for any natural disaster. And the other piece I think is really important, and I saw this with Rolling Fork. Everybody went to Rolling Fork and really wanted to help, but nobody knew what to do because there was no real plan of action. So I think you taking that stand, you group taking a stand like that, is putting places where people know what they need to do immediately should we have another natural disaster.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
If you need us, don't hesitate.
Thank you.
All right, who ought to miss?
The coroner.
Come on, Ms. McCoy. Morning.
I also would like to thank the board, Emergency Management, Senator Simmons, Mayor Simmons, Mayor of Mayville, the town of Leland, Emmanuel Baptist Church, just a host of different people that was able to come out and help our cause. I also want to be on that committee where we develop a plan for each individual municipality. Because I don't want to have to depend on the county to get to me, and the roads are impassable. We need to have some in place where we can already take care of ourselves, not be just sitting and waiting. And I want to be on that committee and help develop that plan.
Okay.
So I would like to thank you all. You all was amazing. Everybody got together, energy. I talked with that young lady. She kept me abreast of everything that was happening. We had problems with water, power, as well as communication disaster. Our phones were not completely working. They were either distorted or drop calls. Our internet was in and out. Now, as soon as I get a desktop computer, a laptop computer, a hotspot, I'll be making an A as far as getting our town together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McCoy. Who else did I miss?
Corn.
Ms. Coroner, you want to come on up? We had go ahead, Ms. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm requesting travel for continuous education hours.
Pull that mic a little closer to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm requesting for travel for continued education hours for the winter conference, February the 10th through the 13th. I'm also requesting the cost of registration at $250 and also $400 for me and my deputy coroner for Coroners Association membership.
All right. We got the numbers, Ms. Carter?
What about per diem?
That's going to be covered, as it normally is.
Well, I'm just saying included. We
Yeah.
normally have to add that to it.
No.
So moved to include registration, per diem, and what's the other thing you said?
Membership.
Membership.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by
And
sign of aye.
lodging.
Aye. Motion carries. Where's the conference going to be?
In Flowood.
Flowood. When y'all going to be there?
The 10th through the 13th.
This week, the board is there. Okay. How's everything else going? Did we get the issue with the carrier resolved?
If
Transport?
not,
we still have to get the vehicle taken care of, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna pull some numbers together and put some in front of the board. Now, tell the board about your experience doing this weather event.
Well,
Y'all need to hear this.
I responded to a call, and on my way from the call, I got stuck in the snow. I did call the sheriff department first. I was told to call the police department. I called the police department. I never talked to a police officer. They just sat in the middle of the road. But a good Samaritan came along, pushed me into the grooves, but I got stuck again. So Mr. Clay came out. We couldn't get unstuck, and so I had to call a tow to come and take me home.
All right. How did you cover the expense of that tow?
I paid out of pocket.
All right. Board, I need Ms. Carter to get that bill and we take care of that.
So move.
And if it's, I know it's legal, isn't it, Mr. Agri?
It got to be legal. She's gonna do about it.
We'll take
You
care
approve
of
it,
it. All in favor, sure by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
but you approved it
Will.
before you knew the amount.
That's fine.
What type of vehicle are you riding?
Miss Lou said she ain't coming to the board meeting.
But she,
At any point,
I don't know,
or,
she
you know,
said
'cause I
she
know
ain't
she
got
can
none, so
take
it
either
don't-
way,
we
either
just
us
address
furnishing a vehicle or her furnishing her own.
It's cheaper for us to do it.
You'd rather furnish your own vehicle?
The captain.
Well, at some point, if we do that, then we need to make sure whatever we get you, some type of four-wheel drive all-terrain, you know, that you can get some,
go.
you know, it don't have to be a huge vehicle, but you can get that.
I know it's in the budget. We're gonna go ahead and make it happen. Myself and Chief have had a conversation. We'll have additional conversation to make sure you're taken care of.
I have a question. I do have a concern. So you call the sheriff, why didn't the sheriff department come to assist her?
Within the city limits, I don't know
It
what.
don't make a difference. She's a county
All right.
employee.
We had a lot going on that morning.
Oh, my
and,
goodness.
we had a lot going on
That's
that morning.
tacky.
And, you know, we made sure we got the assistance that could be needed. Sometime when you're in the city limits and you might not get the response you would like, but we're working on that with Ms. Brooks. We got that covered. And we'll make sure we expedite this.
In the future, you
deal.
may need to call Chief Barber if a situation happened like that again, okay? Because there's no reason why the sheriff department told you to call the city.
Just call Chief. We'll make sure you got what you need.
In the future, that should never happen.
All right, but let's get together, we'll talk, and get you rolling in something. Have to be at the next board meeting, hopefully we'll have at least 2 appraisals for that asset. All right. Appreciate you. Mr. McCoy, did you want something else?
What can I do in order to get a vehicle for the mayor for the town of Rockland?
For the mayor? We'll talk after the meeting, is that okay? For the mayor. That'd be a little different, but all right.
It's the first Sunday in every month.
All right, Ms. Carter, you ready? Parker, you out? Do you need to see us, Mr. England?
Entertainment. You listen and learning.
Lee, let me get Lee. What you got, Lee?
Well, I was just going, because we tabled this last meeting on the depository for the county, and it was Guarantee and Planners, and they gave us a layout of everything, and I looked over everything. And the biggest, thing for us is, of course, we want the highest interest on our money, so it's about a 0.25% difference. Being Planners is offering the most at 3.25. And I just roughly done, we have a budget of $47 million. I just done $10 million. If you look at that on just a quarter of percent, that's about $25,000, just that. So saying that, I would make the motion that we go with Planners Bank as our depository on that.
Point information. Okay, I understand it has the highest rate, but do they still provide the same services?
Yeah, pretty much everything. I went down the list. Everything's pretty much the same on the guarantee and all that. So
Second.
Yes.
I got a motion and a second. I want to hear from Ms. Carter. I want to hear from Ms. Hansel on this depository issue.
One of the concerns, Parker, the FDIC, the county will have a substantial amount of funds in your bank, and FDIC only covers a certain amount. What is the guarantee that you'll give this county?
Ms. Carter, you should have our, from the state treasurer, saying that the funds are guaranteed.
The full amount. Okay.
The full amount?
The funds
spreads the money across multiple banks to where all of our money is guaranteed FDIC insured, but by law, they are, obligated to guarantee all of our funds.
You good, Ms.?
Good question.
You good, Ms. Hansel?
Feel good,
Ms. Hansel?
And the other thing, board members, the auditor has advised us that all of the various departments are doing business with other banks, that we also have to approve them as depository as well.
All right, what you two need to do is look and see if that's a practice we need to continue, consolidate, or just reduce the amount. What am I saying wrong?
We just approving for this right here.
We're gonna do this, but take a look at where you got the money spread out.
Right.
And,
No, because you got some departments do certain things, and so I'm not, we're trying, so there are other banks, they just gotta do it, they got to advertise as well.
oh yeah,
We need to get, we need to
oh
get
yeah,
quotes from
all
them.
right,
Okay, I got you.
yeah, but let's take a look at it and see where we are. All right.
You got a
Any-
motion and second on the floor for the dollars now.
Right, thank you, Ms. Brooks. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, Ms. Carter?
Good morning again, for the third time.
We have expended 36.9% of our budget. February 2nd compares with plan of 41.66%. Total receipts deposited January 15th through the 30th total $4,862,099.06. I am requesting board approval of our claims docket totaling $607,245.45.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Requesting payment in the amount of $10,739.75 to Timbo's Construction for work completed for the Washington County Fitness Court project used with ARPA funds.
So moved.
On the motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The Washington County Democratic Executive Committee is requesting usage of 19 voting machines for the upcoming March 10th, 2026 election.
Point of information, will the Republican primary be used on the same machine?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I just want to make sure, okay. All right.
So moved. Got a motion
Second.
and a second. Any other questions? All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Did we get a second?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay. Requesting permission to advertise for 12-month supply bids for the road department.
So moved.
Got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
The Sheriff's Department is requesting to send 2 employees to the free conflict resolution for law enforcement training on February 25th through 26th in Natchez, Mississippi.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
It's
carries.
just one day or is it lodging?
2 days.
But who pays
lodging.
for the whole, what about the lodging?
All right,
Okay.
it's free then.
We ain't gotta pay none. Oh, well.
It's free. Let go. Move
Now
fast.
you got to prove it.
That's it.
Hit it. Bernie, Maryland? All right, yeah. Everybody got a copy of the grand jury report? We need to make a motion to accept that?
I haven't got a copy of it.
Hmm?
I don't have a copy of it.
Yeah. it's on your
Oh,
email.
you sent it to me by email. Look, I have to go back and read
Thank you, Jerry.
it.
We got a motion in a second. But please review it.
I will
Well,
this
the thing,
evening.
and we say this every single time, we're supposed to be getting a follow-up on it, what's been completed, what's
Why are
been
we not
fixed.
doing-
Why- You know, we've been talking about this for 10 years.
So
We
what
never
are the
have a
main
follow-up.
issues? What are the main issues
Jeremy
on
would,
it?
would follow up with it to tell us, you know, where some of the progress, because some of that stuff has been on there time after time after
So
time.
is this
We'll-
with the sheriff department?
Well, it's all
Washington County.
over. It's
Courthouse, everything.
Every,
Let me-
all buildings and stuff.
Let me commit a update on the 16th, next board meeting, on the grand jury report.
Yeah.
And action plan on moving forward at the next meeting.
So it's the it's the courthouse, it's the prison, and where else?
It's all our buildings,
All the
from
buildings.
boilers to roofs to
No,
you
no,
name
no,
it.
no, going back.
Okay.
The report, it includes the prison, the courthouse, and what else?
I'm not sure if it
No.
does the prison. I'm not
Well,
sure
let
it
me
does
do
the
this.
prison.
They gotta
These-
do the prison, they gotta do an assessment.
Does the grand jury go look at the prison?
Yeah, they go look at the
They walk
prison,
through
they
there?
always done it. They
Y'all's
got to
building
look at
too?
it.
Okay, yeah.
But it's extremely important that we review these reports so we'll know. and not sit around wondering what is a grand jury report. We get it every year, and you're right, we have to do more
Yeah.
follow-up. Whatever it is, but we need to do the follow-up after every grand jury
Ms.
meeting
Bernadine,
assessment.
would you do me a favor and resend it to me so it can be fresh on my email?
Oh, resend it. What's going on, Ms. Bernadine? What you doing with that? No.
No, she said resend
Absolutely
it
not.
to her, just send it to her.
Yeah, just
Yes.
resend it so it can be fresh on my email.
No, absolutely not. All right, there was also.
Can I look at that while we talking?
There's also, now didn't we talk about the proclamation and the tax exemption, Ms. Brooks?
Yeah, no, we
That-
didn't. You said you
that
waiting
was-
on you said you was waiting
Where
on
is it?
the city clerk, but I have it
We-
right here
we
if you
have a
want to
copy.
read it. I just got it. Yeah, you said waiting on the tax
She
collector.
hadn't shown, but we're gonna move
But
on.
here it is right here. He put it on so.
We're gonna move on.
You want to read it?
But Bernadine got one that's needed.
March the 3rd is the big day. It's a very important day.
It's just an extension, Mr. Griffin, Ms. Brooks, on the,
It's an
ad valorem
important
taxes on the
extension that
collection.
all citizens want to know
The only-
about. You ain't got to pay today. And not very many.
If there are any other counties in the surrounding area who are affected by the weather event, double check the list to make sure that you're on it. Because I know of one local county,
All of them, it's a bunch of them on there. Here it is.
I'm well aware that we're on it, but there's a neighboring county that's not. Okay? So we'll
Sure.
follow with them and make sure they get on it, because they had a weather event as well.
Who was it shot?
All right, and y'all good over here? Thank you. Did I get everyone?
Sheriff.
The
Deputy.
Chief. Sheriff Department? Hey, Chief.
Washington County Regional Corrections Facility would like to report the meal load
Can't hear you.
January 10th, January 23rd, in the amount of $33,687.25.
All right, everybody heard that number? Need a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
To
Thank you.
accept.
All in favor, show by sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Motion carried. Anything else, Chief? All right. Lee.
I do have, Chief, that, I know we're working on our kennel or our dog shelter. Is there any way that we could, I know we approved 2 positions, or financially for y'all, to put on 2 humane officers? We did do that back in the
Yeah,
budget.
but why we do it now? I mean, what
Well,
are
I'm
they
just
gonna take the
saying,
dogs
I'm just
to?
getting a lot of calls. I'm just saying if get somebody already trained, get them ready and they could be monitoring and giving citations out if people are not keeping some of these animals. I'm seeing a lot of
Citations.
Well, I mean, we've got laws for keeping some of these pit bulldogs up, in the county in a certain way, and if they're not doing that.
But what are they gonna take them to? Once they go, let's say they find the pit dogs, what are they gonna take the dogs to? We don't have a
Well,
location.
you got somewhere in the city that we could work with until then. I'm not necessarily saying picking dogs up, but you can be giving some warnings, some citations, some things for people to start keeping the dogs up. Because I had some things sent to me about, people getting just mauled and, from dogs in other areas and stuff. And I see a lot of stray dogs. And I'm just saying, is that a possibility to go ahead and get them going? Because I know we're moving forward on the shelter. And not necessarily, like I say, out picking dogs up, but you still got to get them trained. You got to get them vehicles. You got to get all that ready. And the way we do that, and like I say, there's things that you can go out and give people warnings if they're not keeping their dogs up. Hey, you got to keep these dogs up.
But if they're not, let's go back. So when you go out and you see they're not keeping the dogs up, what are they gonna do next?
Well, I mean, you can take Greenville still has a place.
Or do we have the relationship with Greenville?
Well, that's something
and
we need to
also
work
the piece
on.
we need to talk about.
We're
talking about the county.
Right.
Will the city of Greenville take animals from the county and put in their area? So the concern is, I think we don't need to put the cart before the horse. I mean, my thing is, I hear what you're saying, but if you go on the scene and you see, like you say, mauling, we don't even, do we have legislation to address that? Like the city of Leland, Leland requires you got to have a $100,000 liability. I mean, we don't have any of that in place. I think we need to get our legislation up to par. You're going to have people out there just looking and they're talking, but they really can't take any action because the board has not set the foundation yet. So the smartest thing is, let's get the legislation together. Let's start the building. Once we start the building process, then we'll look at hiring somebody. Because if we hire somebody and they see a situation, let's say we see a dog that has really attacked a person in the county, what would that person, the person that works for the county, where would they take where would they take the dog?
If they've attacked a dog and if it's a vicious dog, I'm sure they're not just gonna let it roam.
I mean, what do
Because
they-
the sheriff's department's had to deal with that with officers anyway. It's the county has an ordinance. And
What
I'm
is the
saying is,
ordinance?
we've got a vicious dog ordinance.
I'm not
So-
disagreeing with it, but where would they take the dog if
Okay,
he's vicious?
between Leland and Green, we give funds to Leland for their shelter. Surely they would help us until then.
But then we need to-
Greenville because even when we build our shelter, I'm sure we're going to help any way we can. But I'm just saying, once you start getting these notices, like I mean, I've had people send me emails and different things of what's going on. I think one may have been in Sunflower, but basically what they're doing is putting us on notice. Hey, there is a problem, and if we don't address that problem, then that we're doing something. And I'm just saying at that point, which that will fall under the sheriff's department, that those two people, it was funded for. And I'm just saying, if you get that process going, you can start. I'm not even saying with two of them, but one of them start managing and then getting them prepared for what they have to do. If you get the building built and you still don't have anybody, I mean, I think we could be ahead of the game. We've been talking about this and when I say we, I'm talking about us, not y'all. We've been talking about the shelter for over 2 years. We funded it last year. It didn't happen. It still hadn't happened. We're working on that. We're trying to do our part. But I think we're neglecting it if we're not trying to go ahead and move forward on that. And that's what I'm saying. If we could go ahead and move forward, and that's what I was asking you, because it's been approved, so it's no approval necessary. I'm asking you, as far as your department, is that something that we can move forward on?
That's something we can look into.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I would say this right here. We got here because the city of Leland only asked for another $12,000, and it was a real cough. Now we're at $1 million project. But the concern is, to do everything is right at $1 million. Okay, but the concern is at this point, if we have issues, the only thing you have to do is call the city of Leland, because the city of Leland is still monitoring the county. Did you reach out to the city of Leland or the main officer
No, the
of
last
Leland
I
Police
was told
Department?
that we couldn't get any. They wasn't coming out. That was the last
No,
thing we
they're
were
still.
told. No, that was last.
Who told you that?
That told this board. We've asked before,
No,
for that.
no,
So,
they were just in
and
Hollandale yesterday.
And the other thing, it's not $1 million. It was $400,000 that we budgeted for that building.
I
not $1 million.
understand, but we're gonna be,
But-
we really fooled ourselves. $400,000 is not gonna be enough in 2026 to build the capacity of the shelter we're looking for, and that's the reality
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
y'all, wrap it up now.
This has been dragging on for 2 years.
But I wanna go
It's
back.
going to be important to somebody when somebody gets attacked.
I agree.
In anybody's family. I ride bikes. I have to carry a pistol on my bike
Well, I don't carry
because a dog's attacking. I've had to kick them off my bike before. So I'm out there. I know they're there, and they're vicious, some of them. And if we don't address some of this, we've had to call already the sheriff in different places, and they've been coming out to address those. But you need someone that addresses it's a big enough problem out there. If you go to some of these people that handle these dogs that don't ask for a dime from this county, they are taking in dogs, trying to handle this, but they need some help on this. And I think we need to move forward on it, and that's all I'm asking. And again, it's been approved. It's already by this board. I'm just asking the sheriff.
There are laws in place that actually covers dog nuisance.
Yeah.
So we let the citizens know that they have a right. They have a right to sign an affidavit on the individual if that dog has been a nuisance. If that dog is chasing you while you're riding your bike. That dog is chasing you while you go to take your trash out. You have to share these things with them, and it's up to them.
Yeah.
It's up to them.
But
at the same time, we do have an ordinance in place.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm saying you have patrolmen out patrolling the people. There's enough of dog problem that we could have a patrol. That's what we got other stuff going on. Your officers really don't need to be worried with it. You got plenty to do. So you can have that patrol.
But you're still gonna have to have an officer go to a dog.
You good?
I have a question.
And you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I have a question, just going back. So you're saying, now who said what, that the city of Leland's not coming out?
It's several,
Who is several?
a while back
was
that
a
we
few years
requested.
ago.
Huh?
That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
So
That
this-
we requested, and for some reason they couldn't, they told us they couldn't come out.
I'm gonna follow up because I know Leland was in Hollandale just last week, and actually I saw Leland has been going through, but I follow with the new mayor because I just got a text that somebody's watching us on social media, They just said that's not accurate. Leland has
No,
never
that is
not-
accurate, what they
Okay.
told this board
But
a
that's
couple
good.
years
Now,
ago.
who told the
I
board?
don't know, but
Hey.
and this is the other thing. It's
Y'all
not
have to leave
Leland's
alone.
responsibility. Leland's got enough, it's not Leland's responsibility to take care of Washington
But-
County. It's Washington County's
Chief, you got anything else?
responsibility to take care of Washington County.
Appreciate you.
We
I
voted
agree.
on it, move
All right.
forward with
We
it.
So
finna
if
wrap it
that's
up.
the case, then
finna go
if they
around.
go
You
pick up a
good?
dog, where they
We're
gonna
going
take the
around.
dog to?
Okay, did we have an executive session? Who did I miss? Mark back there. Oh, you did, come on, Mark.
Back to the board. Goodwill, they sent their notice, what their request in November of 2025. That's when they sent the letter to Mr. Carl McGee, as board president, and myself.
Yeah, email.
So it's effective January 1st, 2026.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the previous years, they do not qualify for an exemption.
All right, everybody understand? All right, so what we're
Well,
gonna
I
do
voted
in
nay
the
on
coming
that.
years?
Pimping people.
I think they may have had that problem since, what, 2023 or so, Mr. Massey?
I think
We-
so.
All right, we're talking going forward now since 2026.
Why are you trying to give
And
them
we
some money
accept-
back?
I'm not trying to give anybody any
I need to
money.
know
Okay,
what the
that
board's
what it
gonna grant the
sound like.
exemption for
Present that
2026 going forward, y'all. That's what I'm asking.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
We
I'm
took,
asking.
we took a vote on it and I voted nay.
The exemption,
No, he's providing the dates.
We already took a vote on it. We voted on the exemption. It was a 3-1 vote. Do y'all
Okay.
not remember?
So for
Unless you
20
just wanna do it
That's
again.
me.
And Mr. Seal was asked to get
2026,
the
moving
exact
forward,
date.
they are exempt.
All right,
For 2026, that was explained earlier.
all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are we
That's my
going back in
mistake.
time?
That's my mistake.
I
And I
know.
appreciate y'all helping me out.
No worries.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That's all.
Mark,
Thank you, Mark.
appreciate you. Lee, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jerry, you good? Ms. Brooks, come on.
Well, y'all, we're in the month of February. Yay!
Hold on.
Before we go, we did receive, Ms. McGee, members of the board, a notice of claim pertaining to Bow Manor property. And what I'll do is ask the board to postpone consideration of it until I meet with our taxing staff to try to get an understanding of where we are.
Okay, good enough.
Okay.
So moved on that, he's asked for,
Got a motion and a second.
To what?
This notice of claim,
But you asking the board to what?
postpone
Postpone.
consideration.
So that's the
of it.
motion
Yes,
is,
yes.
okay.
All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Lee's good. Now, the proclamation, when we adopt all documents into the minutes, will- yeah, this proclamation from the governor.
Would you
Well,
explain to the people what it
yeah.
is, so they'll know, let the
Yeah,
citizens
and we'll
know?
adopt it all at the same time unless somebody has some discomfort. with
Right,
it.
that's the delay in paying the taxes through
That's the
March
proclamation,
3rd.
yeah,
Yes,
Well, not delaying, but what?
yes, yeah.
give it till when?
Yeah, you give them.
March 3rd.
Oh, really?
Without
extension.
being
You give them an
penalized.
extension.
Well, not to be penalized. You can
Give them a-
continue to pay, but you
Right.
can pay it up until March
Do-
3rd.
It's an extension without penalty through March 3rd.
Give me a motion spread across the minutes.
So
I
moved.
got a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Consider that adopted.
And that
Ms.
is
Brooks?
March the 3rd?
Yes, March 3rd.
A very
There are a
important
list
day.
of counties on there that are involved, that were
It's very
impacted by the
important.
weather event. And we'll make sure everybody in our area knows.
I bring it
Ms.
up.
Brooks, you good? We're trying to wrap up.
Yeah, so the month of February, of course, you know, we have Black History Month. So I know there are gonna be different programs going on promoting Black History Month. So I encourage anyone to get out and learn more history about African Americans and how they benefit not only in Washington County, Mississippi, United States, but the world. Also, a very important month awareness is American Heart Month. And so the biggest piece that, you know, I just want us to do is continue self-awareness, know your numbers, identify healthy ways to live a little bit more healthier. I think if we take time and go to the doctor and know our numbers and ways we can live strong, have a healthy heart, I think it is very equivalent. Also, February is the birthday of the great and the only Mr. Jerry Redmond. He was born in February. And that's pretty much it. But I just want to encourage everyone, if you can, to go out and patronize with African American business because African Americans has made a big impact in the United States of America.
Okay.
Oh, last piece, parents. Also, this month is also Teen Dating Violence Awareness. A lot of times we may overlook it, but we have to start talking to our children very early so they understand nobody should touch them. You know, bullying is real big, and it's also real big on social media. So we need to start having these conversations with our children on teen dating awareness, is bullying, violence awareness, because we want our children to know nobody should be touching nobody. And I heard a young girl say this before, but this when I was 18 years old. I'll never forget this. This girl said, if he don't hit you, he don't love you. I just had never heard that before, but guess what? I heard some parents say this before. So we got to change that stigma to anybody who actually halfway think that you have to be loved through violence.
Thank you, Ms. Brooke.
You're welcome.
Okay, I need something. Need permission to install a drop box, not install, but place a drop box at the convention center for baseball league, sportsplex entry application.
You said Dropbox, would you?
Yeah, just a box inside
Oh,
the
you
building.
just slide it on
Not
in.
locked onto the wall, but just in the building. It should, no cash or anything like that will be in it.
So it'll be on the outside?
No, inside the building.
Why?
During the
Applications and stuff, when they go
Applications.
in
No,
there
I'm
to
saying
drop
why we
off.
wouldn't have it on the outside? What if the door is locked?
It's more secure.
No, I'm saying,
Inside.
you know how you have a drop box?
Yeah.
And you can come through the outside and just drop, you don't even have to come in. So what's the purpose of having one for the inside?
I think if nobody's in the convention center or something, they can just freeze up the lady there, that if she's not at the desk or whatever at the convention center, where they can, all the applicants, they can just drop it in the box right there, and at the end of the day, they'll gather them up, who all, you know, the ball players. It just makes it more convenient. Because a lot of times, sometimes if somebody's, if the lady at the convention center's not there, or she's tied up with something, they just.
What lady you talking about?
The lady that works at the convention center.
Ms. Sherry.
Yeah, that works in the convention
Sherry,
center.
and
So
This is
where-
for the sportsplex, the baseball
I
stuff.
understand,
yeah.
so where would the drop box go?
Right there, close to, somewhere right in that area.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Don't
So
build me down
the
to a
reason why
place.
I asked, why not just have it when you drive up somewhere on the outside? Let's say the convention center is closed, they come on a Saturday, and why not have one that, if you're gonna do it accurately, so that someone to drop it off on a Saturday, they won't have to try to come back Monday when the convention center is open. I don't think having a drop box just to walk in is effective. I think if you have one for the outside, because if you're there, you can just slide it up under her door if the door is open.
Understand that, but the request from the Sportsplex Board is to put a box on the inside.
I don't think
And
that's smart.
I agree with that one.
That
And
is
that's what
not
I'm
smart
asking
at
this board
all.
for. this
I
morning.
think you need one for the
place-
outside, so you
so
just
to
target
place-
certain people.
To
go.
place a box on the inside in a place where it's secure. Now, if there are other issues, we'll be a little flexible around that. But just to get the permission this morning, to take that one step is what we need.
I do have a question since we're on the sportsplex. It was brought to my attention that one of the members hadn't been there. He's moved. Is that accurate?
Why don't you let me carry this motion? We'll come right back at you.
I don't know.
All right, because if not.
I got a motion and a second to go ahead and place the drop box. All in favor, show by sign of aye. Aye. Any opposed?
All right, as I was saying, it was
That's
brought.
unanimous.
As I was saying, it was brought to my attention that the guy that was the president, what was his name?
Jay.
Yeah, they said he hadn't been come to the meetings. They said he's gone off to work
All right,
somewhere for 8 months.
Let me help you all with that.
Yeah, bring it to the board's attention.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the bylaws. You're familiar with the bylaws of sportsplex.
I'm just saying,
That's
is
the
it
piece I need
accurate?
you to go back and look.
Mhm.
And when it talks about number of meetings required to be attendant, whether it be a residency clause or anything, but look at your bylaws.
No, I'm asking, does he still, is he?
Yes, he's still a member.
He's still a member, he just don't come to meetings anymore.
I can't speak to that, but I have no clue about that, Ms. Brooks.
Okay,
There are
all
now
right.
several people who are on the board, and we appreciate their willingness to serve. And, you know, they can't make them, but there's no way.
We appreciate
we're going
everybody to serve, not just one
We're
person.
going to have issue with them and their willingness to serve.
No, it's not a willingness to serve. I'm trying to find out, has not come for, he's gone out of town and he's not able to serve? That's the question I'm asking. So if he's gone for 8 months, clearly we need to put somebody else in that position if he cannot serve for 8 months. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking because I don't know and it was brought to my attention.
Ms. Brooks, as far as I know, he still lives here.
I didn't say, I did not,
Okay,
no, I did
okay,
not,
well, that's
let
what I'm
me
saying.
go back. I did not say live. I said it was brought to my attention
Lee.
that he was gone on he won't be here
Yeah,
for
okay.
8 months.
I understand.
I didn't say anything
But-
about
but
residency.
I got one question to you.
Uh-huh.
There's been 2 other board members that
Right.
ain't been there in 10 months, and you have not brought their names up.
I-
It's just Jay is the
Mhm.
one you're worried about. They hadn't been there for 10 months
Okay.
at a meeting, and not once have you brought their names up. And why is that?
What, can I respond?
I think we know why that is.
Can I respond?
So let's move on
I tell you
because we
what.
know
Ooh,
what that
good.
is.
All right,
Everybody
let's do
around here knows
Hey,
what
Lee.
Well,
that
what is
is.
the reason?
You know what
no,
it
you
is.
tell me what it
Chief,
is.
you got
Because
something
Jay
you
is
wanna
a
do?
white male.
Go ahead.
That's why
You
it's
got
the
something you wanna
reason.
do?
So what
And
was
you
white-
know
what
it.
does white
And
got
I'm
to do
tired
with
of
it?
it.
Come on.
You tell me.
I don't know, you
because that's
said
the
it.
truth. So
No.
I'm tired of hearing
Now,
that.
if,
Chief.
Mr.
I got 2
President,
members that are disorderly.
Mr. President, I
If
do
they
need to
don't conduct
respond.
themselves in a manner that's expected to keep the decorum in this room,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask you to remove them.
Yes, sir.
All right.
My fingers up.
Be very brief, Ms. Brooks.
Okay, for clarity, I have brought it up about the 2 members. Actually, they went, the new board, including Mr. J, who's not on the scene, they went and changed the meeting to weekdays when you have 2 members that are educators and they cannot leave their job in the middle of the day to come to a sportsplex meeting. So they would initially have them on Saturdays. Now I brought this to the attention, and you were here when I brought it to the attention, and guess what? It was not important, so those people are not able to come. And the only reason I brought this up, I didn't bring it up because he was white, since you said that. I brought it up because it was brought to my attention that one of our members are gone off to won't be here for 8 months. And all I'm saying, if we have a member on the sportsplex who cannot come, then we need to appoint another person who can come, because we're going, first of all, I don't know how accurate it is, so I brought it to the board's attention so we all would be on the same page. I just heard about this Thursday.
Okay.
So if that is a concern, I think the board need to go and address it in the near future. If we have someone who cannot attend the meetings and be effective, because we're finna go full throttle into our sports season here in Washington County. And Mr. Gordon, I'm very displeased and insulted
Be very
that you
measured.
would say that I brought him up only because he's white.
Bring
I
very
brought him
measured.
up numerous times, not because he's white. I bring up issues because if there's a concern, Marla Brooks will always address it for
All right, Ms.
closure,
Ball.
for
Come on, Lee, close this
clarity.
out.
Well, if we're just going on things that we hear and we bring that to the board, I've heard you don't have a residence here in this county. I've heard you live in Jackson. So if you want to bring those things up, just what you
All right,
hear,
y'all.
then we can bring a lot of things up.
All
But
right.
that's silly, it's ridiculous,
All
it's petty, and I've tried my best to cope with this. But Ms. Brooks, you're petty on stuff like that. The Sportsplex is doing great. They're doing just fine. So that's exact, and I stand behind exactly what I said.
Okay.
And everybody knows that I'm right on that, so.
All right.
Okay,
Let
I'd
me
like
move-
to respond.
you can't.
No, he made
No.
false
No, you can't.
accusations about
Chief,
me.
you're standing at the
So
mic. Are you
you
finished?
said that I live in Jackson.
finished?
I
please
said I heard
tell me
it.
where.
No, no, I said I heard
And
it, just like you
when
said you
said
heard.
when you said I was petty, you was
me,
looking at
excuse me,
yourself.
excuse me.
And maybe somebody in your family.
Excuse me.
Go ahead. Don't move them yet. Don't remove them.
Thank you for allowing me to speak, but I just rose to say thank you to Congressman Thompson because we did receive $100,000 for a congressional grant that he gave to the Washington County Sheriff
Well,
Department.
congratulations. I didn't see it on the
All right.
website, but I'm happy to hear
Outstanding.
that.
Mr. Griffin,
Yes, consensually speaking,
can't hear you.
on the Sportsplex board, it appears that there are 3 members who are not being able to make the meeting for whatever reason.
Now, Mr. Griffin,
If
hold
it-
on one
let me
minute.
finish.
You
If
got
they're
information to
working
prove that?
She has identified 1, Mr. Gordon has identified 2.
So
okay?
what?
So my point is, they're on both sides. There are other, there are about 3 members who are working out of town or whatever who are unable to attend the meeting.
Member or members?
Members. If you want to deal with, if this board deal with any of them, you have to deal with all of them simultaneously or leave it alone.
And that's, I'm asking you.
Well, we need to deal with it simultaneously. I have no problem with that.
We accept the bylaws.
Right.
Okay.
There
Excuse
is
me,
a
please.
provision in the
We
bylaws
done.
that speak to that.
We're done.
Yes.
Well, we do need to address
Okay.
it. Because we
Now,
don't need to insult our
also,
youth when
we've
people not
got-
coming to the meetings.
I got the
For
thing
the
with
future
the,
of our
Dropbox
youth.
For the Sportsplex, we're gonna do that. Don't forget this week's fundraiser. you know, for what was known as Habitat. I think it's on Thursday, Ms. Carter. And don't forget,
Hold on.
and don't forget, you have your meeting in Jackson starting tomorrow, Ms. Carter? All right. A lot of things going on.
So I have a
If
question.
you see of any missteps that we've made with the event recovery, don't hesitate to let us know. Now, go ahead.
I need an acclamation on the dropout.
I got the motion out there, I gotta carry it, you're right. Everybody understand about the drop box, and the local can give me authority to put the drop box in there, we'll figure out. All in favor, show a sign of aye. Any opposed?
I have a question.
Motion carries. Motion carries. Hey, Ms. Carter, Ms. Brooks, come on.
Yes, I'm just going back. So when
Unanimous. We got it, unanimous.
So when the Sportsplex is having their meeting, are they actually having quorums?
I had to review the bylaws and then double check.
So if they're not having quorums, they're making it have illegal meetings. I don't know. I didn't know so many people. I mean, so the concern is if the Sportsplex is meeting and they're not having a quorum, how are they able to make decisions?
All right, I'll attend the next couple of meetings and we'll give you some feedback.
Please do.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
So any
Did I get
action-
everyone in the audience?
One other question.
I do. Go ahead, Ms. Brooks.
No, I'm just saying, my only concern, if they're having meetings and not having quorums.
I understand that.
Then that means the action they're taking is null and void.
All right, so I'll review that. I'll
Please
sit down.
do.
How you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm good. Give us your name and the reason you're here.
Melody Cotton.
Okay, Ms. Scott?
I was just coming, they said something in church about y'all supposed to having some kind of meeting saying about what supposed to went on in Glen Allen, that we wasn't recognized about us being out of lights for 7 days.
Who said you wasn't being recognized?
I don't know, that's what they
No,
said.
let me
Were
share
y'all
this with
being,
you,
did y'all get recognized, was y'all out for 7 days?
Yeah, we was out for 7 days, 7 whole days.
Did y'all have water?
Well, they, for the last past 2 days, that's when they proclaimed for the last past 2 days. We was out for 5 days, didn't nobody give us nothing.
So y'all didn't have any water?
No.
So you
Ms.
live,
Brooks.
I'm just trying to get some
No,
clarity.
hold up, you're going too far, you're way over. Let me tell my
So
meeting.
Glen
If you
Allen
don't
didn't
mind.
have any water going for the people? And the reason why I'm asking,
let me-
because
let
I
me-
was
let
trying
me
to get
deal
some
with that.
clarity to that.
Now, the water system was up and running because of generators.
Say it again.
The water system, water
Mhm.
pressure.
They
Now,
have-
you did have several homes that had bursted pipes.
Yes.
And we brought water in on a trailer to address those issues. There were a number of calls that were made to us here in Washington County, and we finally got notified that there was this horrific situation going on in Glen Allen. It's under the media. Equipment in, clear the roads, so we can get the assets necessary into Glen Allen to restore the power. All that happened, same day the phone call went out. Also started to get food into Glen Allen.
But that was like, I understand what you were saying.
Okay.
I want to hear what she
And,
got to say too.
Anytime that there's an issue, you can call anybody on this board. We don't have what they call a beat system. We have a unit system, meaning we're all supposed to work together. All supposed to work together. I'm gonna make sure you have the numbers of everybody around this table. Because you call me, I don't get right back, I'll answer, you can always go to the next person. And always the county administrator.
I like to
It
hear
was a
what she
tough
had to
time.
say.
It was a tough time in Glen Allen. I'm glad you all made contact. I'm glad you're able to provide the services necessary to give you some kind of minuscule level of comfort during this rough time.
Yes.
I'm gonna make sure you personally have my number.
Okay.
So anytime you got a question or issue, give me a shot. I guarantee you we can fix it.
Okay.
I like to hear.
Anything else you need from us?
I like to hear what you had to say. So y'all, how long was the water out? I want to hear what she has.
She'll talk to you later.
Okay, but I will say this right here, but
Appreciate you.
but Mr. President, let's be clear. Every district has
All right.
a supervisor.
We're about to,
And every supervisor supposed to look out. Like I take care of my district, every supervisor supposed to take care of their district. All right? Yes, ma'am.
Give me a motion, please, to recess.
Second.
Ms. Cotton?
Scott, I had one phone call from Glen Allen, that's all I had, one phone call.
But I didn't know, we didn't know no numbers. You know, a lot of people that was in Glen Allen. Earl Devine, he passed. Now, he used to do a whole lot of stuff for Glen Allen. And he used to you know, come up here all the time and come and sit up on the board, you know, just talk. But I don't have no numbers or nothing.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, I got one call that day, and we responded immediately.
What day that was?
Whenever the generator showed up that same day, because I think, I have her text, the lady that texted me wasn't even from Glen Allen, she was from Cleveland, her mother lived in Glen Allen. And she said that, they were without, power, she didn't have any way to heat her house. So that's when we got a generator. By that time, David had already had a generator going down there. So we responded exactly, but and still to this day, I had one call, and I went down there and make sure everything, the generator was going and all that, but, and of course we got water and stuff in it, but when I got that call, we also have a association in there, water association. I immediately called the president of the water association, and I said, is there a problem with the water? Because we've given ARPA funds to make sure that we have lift stations, we have all that, and he said, yes, we do. The water was up and running, so we never lost water.
No, we
We
never
lost,
lost.
yeah.
No, we
So,
never
well,
lost
yes, ma'am. And so, of course, you know, like I said, until we know there's a need, you know, but in the future, and I'll be glad to give you my personal number. You call me on my personal number even, and I'll be glad to assist any kind of way that I can assist. But one thing that, like I said, if you need something or anybody down there needs something, just call me.
Okay,
And,
because I lost everything in my house. You know, my refrigerator, but my deep freezer was okay. But everything in my house for 7 whole days, I lost everything in my refrigerator.
Ms. Cotton, what I'm gonna do, I don't know what the process is, but I was hoping that the emergency management can just address the issue. From my understanding, there will be some federal dollars available, not the SNAP, but some additional dollars for citizens who lost their food. I don't know what the process is. I will get with another group with the state, and they can tell what the process is in doing the paperwork, because not only you, we had the issue all over the county where people lost a lot of their, you know, their household goods in their homes. So clearly that needs to be addressed. I don't know the process. I asked FEMA, they not aware of it, but I did hear it in conversation. But I get additional information, and you'll give your information to Ms. Carter, and I get it to you so we can get, you know, I can. No, man, you get Ms. Carter, and I make sure she get the information to make sure you have it along with other citizens.
Your first point of contact. Let me say this, and that's just not for emergency. If there's something that you need to let me know, back on that, that's for other things. I mean, just that last call, phone call. Like, I'm not this big Facebook person. I'm not going to get out there and showboat on Facebook. If you need me, you call me, and I promise you I'll respond.
No, thank you. Appreciate your resilience and your patience.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. I share my number with you as well.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Here you go, ma'am. I'm
All right.
gonna give you my number.
All right. What did I miss? Carter, you good? Did I miss anyone out there? All right. We're gonna go ahead and do a recess until the 18th. Is that correct? Yes.
I'm gonna give you also my county. I'm gonna give my person in my county.
17th President's Day.
What's President Day?
17th.
Of what? The 16th president.
Which president? Which president?
16th.
It's President's Day.
17th is,
Award Day.
yeah,
All right, everybody understand. 16th we're closed. President's Day, that's different.
not 18th, 17th. Recess to 17th.
We're gonna recess till the 17th. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Appreciate that.
I
All in
can't
favor,
find my
show-
county number. I don't know about how, but this is my cell number.
Show by sign of aye.
Thank you, Charlize.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're in recess. All right, so did I ever take my motion? Everything is good.
We got hot stuff.